818.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
I think it's finally time to DIY the laundry room. And this time, I really mean it. I just don't know where to start.
When you stop at Gulf, one thing you'll never have to think about is the fuel you're putting in your tank.
Cabinets? Paint?
So you can concentrate on other things.
Is shiplap still trendy?
And with the Gulf Pay app, you'll get exclusive offers like 5 cents off per gallon every day. See app for details. Gulf. It all starts here.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all LiveGood products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
Don't miss the biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. You'll find the Maytag appliances you need, when you need them, at a great price. Plus, when you buy 2 select laundry appliances, you'll get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop Maytag at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall, with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon live from Fenway Park. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Here is Will sitting down with Alex Cora.
Game 3 with the Braves and a chance at a series win because of one of the more stirring wins of the season last night with the manager Alex Cora here at Fenway. You said it after the game. You needed that one. And all wins are not equal, Alex. Your big fella delivers a big swing, but that was a complete team win.
Yeah, I think offensively we did a lot of stuff from Narvi's at-bats to Jaron's. Sadan, everybody contributed. Trevor hit the ball hard to right center, so it was a good one. We put everything together. The bullpen did an amazing job just keeping them in check, and it was a refreshing W.
I'm glad you brought up Carlos, because that's the second time this week a walk of his has sort of changed the momentum of a game. We heard about the glove. The bat has looked really good. Is it possible that very quietly you have one of the best catchers in the game on your club?
We have one of the best rookie catchers in the league. There's a lot of growing still. It's only May, and he's going to go through stretches just like KC, right? We were very excited about KC the first month, and now it's not happening for him. So we've been through this path before with young players. We just got to be patient, keep preaching, our principles, and help them to become big leaguers. And so far, it's been fun to watch.
So that was sort of vintage Raffy, right? The line drive on velocity the other way, gets a run in, and then he yanks the curveball out to right field. What does it say about him? He's in the middle of this storm. Everybody's asking him all these questions. To be able to hunker down and deliver the way he has at the plate.
Yeah, he's a professional, and he understands, and this is part of be a professional athlete. People are going to ask you questions when situations comes, and he's been very good about it. Obviously, the way he came out last week, was it great? No, it wasn't great. We all know that, but he expressed himself, and then he turned the page, right? And what's in the past is in the past. We have to live in the moment, and he's our DH, and he's doing an outstanding job. If you look at the numbers, I think he's the best DH in the American League. If he continues to do this, he's going to be in the All-Star game, and probably he's going to win a Silver Slugger as a DH.
I saw him walking in, and he, for the first time really in a while, to me anyway, had that big smile on his face. Like he's feeling good about himself. Doesn't that usually mean, Alex, that he's going to continue to be on this kind of a tear?
It started a while ago. I know people are pointing out at the homer in Kansas City and the one yesterday, but he's been swinging the ball well, the bat well for a while. He's taking his walks, dominating the strike zone, and hitting the ball hard. So we're very happy with the production. We just got to keep him healthy.
How about Jaron? That was his best performance at the plate in a long while. What's different with him when he gets locked in? And your offense clearly follows him wherever he takes him.
I think he's been fine. Like I said yesterday, you look at the numbers. He's having actually a better start than last year.
Yep.
People don't want to accept that, but he's been solid. He's controlling the strike zone better. I still believe, he's chasing up in the zone. We'll correct that. We'll keep working at it. And when he's locked in and he's getting on base at a high rate, obviously the offense is a lot better.
Chapman has just been fantastic for you. I'm sure it frustrates you a little bit that so often you have to bring him in to keep games tied rather than to lock him down with a one-run lead, but he has to have impressed you so much to start this year.
He's been going well since spring training. Something clicked. In one of those games in spring, I think he walked 2 or 3, and then he struck out the side. And from there on, he's been throwing a lot of strikes, which is the key, right? When you have stuff like that, if you're around the plate, you're going to get a lot of outs, and he's doing a solid job for the Red Sox.
You keep talking about his work ethic. It seems to be so impressive the way that he continues this late in his career to get after it. Does that rub off on the other guys around him?
Yeah, I think they understand who he is, what he's all about, and the reason he's pitching at a high level now, right? And it's not coincidence. You have to work hard. You have to be on point. You have to be precise with your work. And, watching him on a daily basis at home, on the road, when we go out for runs in the morning, he's actually, going out to go to the gym. And it's impressive. It's a testament of the player. Obviously, coming from a country that discipline is very important, especially with their sports. He learned as a young player that's the way you need to do it, and he's been consistent with it.
You had the crew chief review on the home run deep to right field last night. You're a big European football fan. They've got the VAR. They got chips everywhere. They're going to do it in the NFL. Do you think there could be a time that, say baseball puts whatever it is, laser beams, whatever, on the foul post so that we can get these things more accurately right?
Well, if VAR can get it right 100%, then I'll go with that one. I've seen it doesn't work that way.
Kristen Campbell is continuing to work at first base. He and Flo have been doing picks all morning. The kid seems, as you've said, to have this real aptitude. He's a quick learner. I think it's cool that he's got a relationship with Jose. They worked together last year, and just watching their interaction, Flo really has a feel for how to teach the infield.
Yeah. He's good at what he does, very specific, one-on-one interactions, which is very important. We don't forget about the group part of it because that's huge too, right? We need the group to be together, but most of the work is one-on-one, and it's a guy that he's been in the organization for a while. I know him since I was a little kid, and very solid dude, and so far it's been good.
And you give Christian a day today. Hamilton's going to get in there against Schwellenbach. You talked about it. This is just a rookie trying to make some adjustments. What has the league done differently in, say, the last couple weeks against him?
I mean, I haven't looked at the numbers. I've talked to Pete about it. It seems like they're spinning the ball more, but actually I don't mind that. That's a pitch he actually drives to left center. I think he's in between a little bit here. Obviously, he hit the homer in Detroit to right field. That's his superpower. The ball he hit to center field yesterday, he hit hard. So, you just got to keep working. Got to keep working with him, understanding that there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, So if we stay consistent, like find that middle ground in between the hot streak and when we're struggling, we're going to be better.
We just saw Walker come in with Brandon, and he was out there feeling it out today. You expect him to come off on Tuesday and pitch. What about Fitz and Crawford? What's the update on your healing starters?
Yeah, Fitzy, he's going to go on a rehab assignment towards the end of the week. He's feeling great. Cutter, he has another live BP down there in Fort Myers. I think it's Tuesday, so we'll see where we at.
Isn't this as much depth in a starting rotation as you've had going back to 18 with these guys coming as reinforcements?
Oh, it is. And they're really good at what they do. One thing that I'm very happy is, like, we're not rushing anybody, right? You stay the course regardless of where you at in the standings or your record and all that. You know that at one point everybody's going to be healthy, and then we have to make decisions.
And lastly, Bayo on the mound today. It's sort of like Giolito. It's kind of been hit and miss, and it's about that aggression early in games. Is that the same message here today?
Yeah. All these guys, they believe they can go 100 pitches. There's a difference between 100 pitches in 5 innings and 100 pitches in 6 or 7 innings. Yeah. We need to be efficient. We need to be more aggressive in the strike zone. And I think his stuff will let him do that, right? 98, changeup, slider, four-seamer. So let's get out into strike zones. If we can do that, we should be okay.
And does that mean, like, quick out? Do you want him to pitch sort of to contact with the sinker to get some easier outs early in game?
We want them to. We want all of them to attack the strike zone. Quick outs are great. Early on is awesome. And like I said, I repeat myself, if we do that, we're going to be okay.
I really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
Will Fleming and Alex Cora, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. I'd listen to a podcast with the two of them, but for the time being, we have them here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Speaking of which, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Plenty more to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. I'm Dan Ball. Stay with us. It's Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
It's on, the biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop all things Maytag, including the new stackable Pet Pro laundry system that removes pet hair from clothes. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
We all want the best of both. Dessert without calories, luxury without expense. And how about security without passwords? With Okta, it's possible. We secure identity so you can safely use any technology. Okta, the world's identity company.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Time to reseed this lawn. What's the difference between fescue and Bermuda?
When you stop at golf, one thing you'll never have to think about is the fuel you're putting in your tank.
Maybe zoysia seed is better.
So you can concentrate on other things.
I mean, how many types of grass seed can there be?
And with the Golf Pay app, you'll get exclusive offers like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. See app for details. Golf. It all starts here.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Sometimes when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at HealthSourceRI.com.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball, and it's time for a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. One game already underway. Middle of the first inning, Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. No score in that divisional battle. Speaking of division, we'll take a look at the other games happening in the American League East. Baltimore Orioles at 15-29. They are looking for answers. They're hosting the Washington Nationals. Also a 1:35 first pitch in that one, that final game of that series. Tampa Bay Rays 21-24. They are on the road visiting the 17-27 Miami Marlins. 1:40 p.m. first pitch on that one. 1:37 first pitch for the Toronto Blue Jays. 22-23 on the season, hosting the 30-16 Detroit Tigers. Great game happening in the 4 o'clock window as well. Seattle Mariners at 25-19 on the road visiting the San Diego Padres at 27-17. Brian Wu, 4-1, 2.84 ERA up against Michael King, 4-1, 2.32 ERA. So a very good matchup in the 4 o'clock window. Leading into Sunday Night Baseball, it's the Subway Series on ESPN tonight. New York Mets at 29-17, starting left-hander David Peterson, 2-2, 3.05 ERA. They take on the Yankees, who are 26-19. They start their left-hander Max Fried. What a signing he's been so far. 6-0 record, a 1.11 ERA. That is how the week will wrap up in baseball for Sunday Night Baseball. Time once again for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. For the Atlanta Braves, they lead off with Alex Verdugo. He is patrolling the monster once again out in left field. Austin Riley at third base hitting second, with Matt Olson, your first baseman, hitting third. Marcell Ozuna, the DH in the cleanup spot, with Drake Baldwin catching and hitting fifth. Ozzie Albies at second base hitting sixth, with Michael Harris the second in center field hitting seventh. Eli White is out in right field hitting eighth, and Nick Allen is your shortstop batting ninth. For the Red Sox, they lead off with Jarren Duran. He is in left. Rafael Devers, your DH, hitting second. Alex Bregman at third base hitting third today. Wilyer Abreu back out in right field in the cleanup spot, with Trevor Story, your shortstop, hitting fifth. Abraham Torrell playing first base once again tonight. He was pretty good last night. He is hitting sixth. Connor Wong is catching this afternoon. He is hitting seventh, with David Hamilton in for Christian Campbell playing second base. With Cedar Rafaela out in center field, he is batting ninth. The pitching matchup once again, Spencer Schwellenbach, the right-hander, up against Red Sox right-hander Brian Baio. Before we depart, here is the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again, NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. So here's my thought process. It's a bit homerish here on this Sunday, but the Red Sox are going for a series victory. Fans are streaming in right in front of me here in the Ford Fenway Clubhouse studio, so here's what I got. Brian Baio has gone 4 2/3 innings in each of his last two starts. He went 6+ in his previous two games against Atlanta in his career, both in 2023, 6 or more innings pitched in both games. Other than Austin Riley and Alex Verdugo, the heart of the order for the Braves has struggled against Baio. So today, I am believing in momentum after the walk-off home run last night, believing in the Red Sox 5-3 record in rubber games, and therefore, I am believing in Brian Baio being a workhorse today. His outs recorded prop is set at over 15.5, so essentially he has to record at least one out in the 6th inning to hit the over. I am taking that over today, so over 15.5 outs recorded for Brian Baio. With the bullpen going 5 innings yesterday, I believe he can at least work into the 6th against a Braves team, which he has gone longer in his 2 starts in his career. It's around even money, -105 is what I found it at. So that is my lock of the game, and we'll see if I can go 2 for 2 on the weekend. Had one yesterday. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Coming up, Will, Lenny, and Mike Monaco will have the call of Game 3 between the Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your dream getaway?
Welcome in.
Starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge, where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding.
Oh, that's me. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Lowe sabe que ahora más que nunca buscas el precio más bajo. Por eso, cuenta con nuestra garantía de precios bajos para obtener lo que necesitas a precios competitivos para tus proyectos. Y si encuentras un artículo igual a un precio más bajo que califica, te lo igualaremos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Igualación de precio aplica al artículo igual con un precio actual en tiendas calificadas. Aplican términos y exclusiones. Detalles en lowes.com/garantía precios bajos.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
I think it's finally time to DIY the laundry room. And this time, I really mean it. I just don't know where to start.
When you stop at Golf, one thing you'll never have to think about is the fuel you're putting in your tank.
Cabinets? Paint?
So you can concentrate on other things.
Is shiplap still trendy?
And with the Golf Pay app, you'll get exclusive offers like 5 cents off per gallon every day. See app for details. Golf. It all starts here.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with LiveGood's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. LiveGood makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of LiveGood's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
Lowe sabe que ahora más que nunca buscas el precio más bajo. Por eso, cuenta con nuestra garantía de precios bajos para obtener lo que necesitas a precios competitivos para tus proyectos. Y si encuentras un artículo igual a un precio más bajo que califica, te lo igualaremos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Igualación de precio aplica al artículo igual con un precio actual en tiendas calificadas. Aplican términos y exclusiones. Detalles en lowes.com/garantía precios bajos.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo, and Mike Monaco.
On an overcast but summery Sunday afternoon, we welcome you to Fenway Park, where today the Red Sox go for a series win in the finale of this three-game set with the Atlanta Braves. Before we set the scene, time now for the National Anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com.
Of the Danbury Air Force JROTC. Joining the Red Sox on the field are Anthem All-Stars with Framingham Baseball. And now, here to perform the National Anthem, from Pembroke, Massachusetts, under the direction of Dan Hawes, please welcome the Pembroke Elementary Band.
Job by the Pembroke Elementary Band on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, along with two drummers when they were young men, Lenny DiNardo and Mike Monaco. I'm Will Fleming. They'll try to keep the beat for us going here today. And fellas, last night, the dramatic moment of the season. Mike, great to have you back in the booth. You never know in baseball. It's so dependent on starting pitching. Momentum can be a fleeting thing. But man alive, in the moment, that one bolt from Devers felt like a turning point.
Needed everything. Great call by you guys up here. Lenny, great prediction by you on a hanging curveball. Boy, did they need that. Lucas Giolito said it afterward, and he owned his part in the performance in setting up the deficit. And then he said, I definitely think win of the year. With all the one-run losses, boy, that was massive.
Lenny, you were on it. You wanted the curveball. You got it. Devers launched it. That was a top-to-bottom win. I loved what Alex Bregman said when he came on with us. Everyone on the roster contributed to it.
Yeah, you look at the offense, scoring late in games. That's something that this team's been lacking early on this season. The bullpen got it together, 5 zeros, pulling it together after Giolito had a rough outing. Being aggressive on the base pass, you name it, this team went out there and did exactly what they needed to do to go out and win the ballgame. And hopefully they could take that momentum into today and take the series.
The Red Sox had lost 8 straight one-run games. Finally, they get one to go their way. We'll get to the lineups and set the scene here in a moment, but Lenny, it's all eyes now on Brian Bayo, and it has been sort of a frustrating, mercurial couple of years for him. One good start and one back. What for him do you think is the key to keep it going today?
The frustrating thing is that his stuff is lights out. It's top-tier stuff. So he needs to go out there with a little bit of edge. I want him to pound the strike zone and say, here is my best pitch. Prove that you can go out there and hit it. For me, it's the fastball, the two-seam fastball with all that late movement. If he pitches to contact, the ball's going to be on the ground. The defense is going to take care of it, and that's going to propel him into the 6th or 7th inning, which he needs to do.
Lenny, in your mind, is it a lack of command or like a lack of intent? Like, is he trying to nibble, or is it just that the strike throwing itself is not there right now?
I think it's intent. I feel like he needs to go out there, instead of looking at throwing the ball on the black, with his amount of movement, he can concentrate on the thirds of home plate and let the movement work from there. But it all starts with trust. He has to know that his stuff is better than what they have, and then go out there and pitch accordingly.
All right, Wally and Tessie have got us set to go. Play ball has been said, fellas. How about the starting lineups and more?
Let's do it. Time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet today's players. For the Braves, Alex Verdugo leads off at left. He was greeted by boos last night. Austin Riley's at third and bats second. Matt Olson has homered a couple of times already in this series. He bats third and plays first. Marcell Ozuna had been the best bat so far for Atlanta coming in. He's the cleanup man, and again, DHs. Drake Baldwin is the left-hand hitting catcher in the 5 spot. Slow start to the year for Ozzie Albies. He's at second base, batting 6th. Michael Harris can go get it in center. He bats 7th. Eli White roams in right, where he had a nice catch last night. He's in the 8th spot. And defensive whiz Nick Allen is the shortstop, and he bats 9th. Spencer Schwellenbach makes the start for the Braves, and he will go up against this Red Sox lineup for manager Alex Cora. Jarren Duran is getting it going this weekend. He leads off in left. Rafael Devers off the big day yesterday, and the first walk-off home run of his career bats second and DHs. Alex Bregman's at third and bats third. Wilyer Abreu starts in right. He's the cleanup man. Trevor Story is in the 5 spot at short. Abraham Toro makes back-to-back starts at first. The switch hitter is in the 6th spot. Connor Wong gets a start after the last 2 for Carlos Narvaez here in this series. Wong bats 7th. David Hamilton, as you heard Will chatting with Alex Cora, is in at second with no Christian Campbell today. So Hammy's in the lineup. He's had some big stolen bases in this series. He bats 8th, and Ceddanne Rafaela is in center, batting 9th, with Brian Bayo, as you heard, on the mound for the Red Sox, and he goes up against Spencer Schwellenbach. And today's Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. And Schwellenbach, a versatile arsenal. Here's a guy, a 24-year-old second-rounder out of Nebraska with good velocity up to 97. Lenny, what do you see in Schwellenbach for the Braves?
He mixes it up, like you said. In 97-mile-an-hour fastball, he throws it about 31% of the time. After that, it's a slider, split, curveball. He mixes it up. He's a little bit of a crossfire guy, kind of a carousel action. So, again, you got to go right after this guy. He's got 11 walks on the season. So, you know what? Be patient. Go out there, get a pitch to hit, and then drive it from there. Don't let him make a mistake.
That's his second year in the big leagues, major league debut a couple of months into last year, and Schwellenbach authored a great rookie season with 21 starts and a 3.35 ERA, as he did limit walks last year as well. Let's set the Baldwin Group defensive alignment. We look at who's protecting today's starter. Brought to you by the Baldwin Group, insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Behind Brian Bayo here in the top of the first, it's left to right, Jarren Duran, Ceddanne Rafaela, and Wilyer Abreu. Then on the infield, Alex Bregman's at third, Trevor Story is at short, David Hamilton's at second, with Abraham Toro, as we said, starting again at first. And Connor Wong will do the catching. He climbs up the top step of the Red Sox first base dugout, and he and Brian Bayo lead the Red Sox out onto the field, with Bayo rocking the camo hat on this Armed Forces weekend. Red Sox in the white uniforms as Bayo wipes off the mound with his right cleat and will begin his warm-up tosses. So you want to see Lenny Bayo attacking here, and that's kind of been the name of the game since his delayed start to this season. Alex Cora said pregame with Will, it's been great stuff, but it's a matter of coming right at guys.
Yeah, his last couple outings, he went 4 2/3, and any pitcher will tell you, you go 4 2/3, when you go into the clubhouse, you're throwing your glove 98 into your locker. It just does not get it done. 5 and dive is never fun, right? So you want to go out there and go 6 or 7 innings, give your team a chance to win, and I think a lot of that has to do within throwing strikes early in the count, get 0-1, get 0-2, and then let those secondary pitches, the slider, the changeup, below the zone, and do swing and miss, or a ground ball on the infield. That's where he's at his best.
Momentum has been such a fickle thing for this Red Sox group this year, trying to go on a prolonged winning streak, and maybe last night was the turning point. Alex Cora said after the game, we needed that one. And Will told you what Alex Bregman said with you guys post-game, that felt like a big game for this team to turn things around, going down 3-0 in the first, down 5-0 in the third, 6-2 into the bottom of the 7th. When you get 2 in the 7th, 2 more in the 8th, and then you walk it off in the 9th. And after a streak of 8 losses in games decided by 1 run, yesterday was enormous. And now the question, can they build off it today?
Yeah, what I loved from the offense yesterday is, they got to a little bit of a slow start, but the pitch selection was great. They didn't expand outside the strike zone as much as we've seen earlier in the season. They were putting certain swings on certain balls, and I'm not talking about the home run. The Devers home run was great, but to get to that point, they had a nice line drive, a level approach, trying to shoot the ball where it's pitched. If you're going to get ducks on the pond, then you're going to go out there and let your Devers go ahead and take care of it from there.
Well, here we go. Bayo against Verdugo, and here's the voice of the Red Sox for the call, Will Fleming.
Great to be with both of you guys. More boos rain down on Alex Verdugo. Bayo winds, he throws. First pitch of the ballgame, ripped on the ground into right field, a base hit. You can sort of feel that coming. Verdugo is such an emotional player. He's had big moments as a visitor here. And on one pitch, the Braves have a base runner. 1:37 p.m. Cloud cover overhead. 68 degrees. Feels a lot warmer than that with some muggy humidity in the air. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. So right away, a base runner for the right-handed hitting Austin Riley. The pitch is up the middle. It is backhanded by Hamilton. He comes to his feet, throws to first, not in time. Abraham Toro over there tried to pick it, but it's 2 infield hits in a row for the Braves. Bayo, Lenny, is getting that early contact, but unlucky to start.
That's just bad luck. Stick to the plan. Now if you get a ground ball, you get a little 2-for-1 job. Again, don't start to panic now in this first inning. We've seen that throughout this season. He struggles. So far, a couple times he's gotten through it, but again, keep the heartbeat slow, continue to pitch, and use your stuff effectively in the zone.
Well, here's Matt Olson, and Bayo has actually handled Olson in his career, 1 for 6 against him. The changeup, such an important weapon against lefties. 2 on, nobody out. How will Bayo handle a little adversity early? The pitch is outside, fastball. I think that's a 2-seamer at 96. Mikey mixed in more 4-seamers last time.
Yeah, we saw a lot of them from Bayo in that last one, but it's been 3 pitches, 3 sinkers to start here.
1-0 to Olson. 2 on, none out. Bayo in a jam. He sets, he throws, and Olson takes low. 97-mile-an-hour 2-seamer, and it's 2-0 to Olson.
Anyway, you've been slicing it for Bayo so far this year. It's pitches outside the zone at a lower level than even he threw last year.
Tom Hanahan is the home plate umpire. Dangerous spot here. The 2-0 is a strike. Man, did he need that. Slider borderline pitch goes Bayo's way, and it's 2-1. The changeup and the slider have been elusive at times for Bayo this season. He's on the mound for the 6th time. 2-0 with a 2.33 ERA. On the first base side of the rubber, the 2-1 pitch is low. He doubled up on the slider, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, these are the counts where he starts to fall in trouble. You get 3-1, 2-1. These are counts where hitters are looking for one pitch, one zone. They can afford to be selective and then put a good swing on a pitch in the zone.
Well, already, I mean, this is a terrifying moment right here. Olson sitting dead red. It's 3-1. Bayo throws, and a swing and a high pop foul on the third base side. Olson has homered in consecutive games here at Fenway Park, really starting to turn it on. He's got 9 homers, 24 driven in. I know the faithful down in Atlanta still very much miss Freddie Freeman, who's become a star again out with the Dodgers, but Olson has been fabulous. 3-2, 2 on, none out. The pitch inside, he walked him. A sinker, not close, and the bases are loaded to begin the game.
Fastball command here, not quite there in that at-bat for Bayo against Olson. The first 2 first-pitch singles from Verdugo and Riley, I mean, the pitches were in the zone, so it was what you were talking about, Lenny.
Yeah, this is kind of the recurring theme that we've seen. He did throw some decent pitches to induce some soft contact early, and then after that, now he's starting to pick. He's starting to nibble on the corners. We need to get back in the zone.
Well, now here is the terrifying Marcell Ozuna. He swings and fouls a pitch off. That's a good challenge sinker. 97, and it's 0-1.
Every time that happens, every time I threw a ball and the guy fouled it off his ankle, you better guarantee that I'm going right back in there, because that's the last thing he wants, is to do that 2 times in a row.
Well, and in this ballpark, however, with this hitter, that's a terrifying prospect, because if you make a mistake on the inner half, he will hit it on the Lansdowne. He's done it time and again. There's something about this hitter in this yard. Bases loaded, nobody out. An enormous jam right out of the gates for Bayo. After the heroics from Devers last night, they find themselves in a bind immediately. 0-1 to Ozuna. The pitch is grounded foul outside of third. And certainly Bayo would trade a couple outs for a run here, but Lenny, isn't he thinking strikeout here, 0-2?
I mean, a strikeout would be the best possible scenario right there. You get a strikeout here and then a ground ball, you're out of it. All's well. That ends well for the inning and get your offense out there.
Braves at every base. 0-2. Nobody out in the top of the first. Bayo sets, he throws, and a strike called on the outside corner. 97-mile-an-hour sinker. Onions for Bayo, and there's one away.
That's called finishing an at-bat. That's what these pitchers need to do. Go out and finish at-bats, finish innings, go out there and end strong. Now you one pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Tom Hanahan needs to pick it up a little bit. Started the lawnmower for about 3 seconds after the pitch crossed home plate. Big one for Bayo. Now a double play could get out of here without a run scoring. Drake Baldwin swings and fouls it off on the third base side. It's 0-1.
Shades of Adam Beck. We're all just sitting here waiting and wondering.
He vocalizes it to the hitter, but that doesn't help the people in the ballpark, much less the broadcast booth. One out. Baldwin hit a massive home run, maybe over the pesky pole last night. Bayo trying to pitch out of a jam. He has done a marvelous job stranding base runners this season. He has hunkered down. 0-1. Here's the pitch, and it is looped into left field. That's a base hit. That'll get a run in. Verdugo scores. Riley holds at third, so a line drive hit for Baldwin, and it's 1-0 Atlanta.
Ball's just a little bit elevated, got too much at the plate. He's at his best when he's working the thirds and letting his movement work its way off. That one ball just stayed middle.
What's the balance, Lenny? Like wanting to attack, but then wanting to not obviously catch too much of the plate.
The goal is if you can get 0-1, 0-2, then get them chased outside the strike zone, use the movement to get them to induce a bad swing.
Here's Ozzie Albies batting from the left side. The pitch is a little outside. It has been a season of living dangerously for Bayo. He's had so much traffic on the bases, unscathed in large part, but not so fortunate here in the first. The 1-0 to Albies. On the ground to the right side, diving attempt by Toro. Hamilton backs it up, throws to first. Bayo there to cover. A run scores. Well, that's pretty well done there by Hamilton and Bayo. It's 2-0 Atlanta.
It's a really good job getting over there, recognizing that the first baseman's taken off the bag, diving for that ball. Good job shuffling his feet right before he gets down to first base and being able to catch that. Outstanding athletic job.
This is what Alex Cora talked about pregame, that David Hamilton's range on the infield has been about as good, just specifically range, as any infielder the Red Sox have, and maybe around baseball too.
Bayo had allowed only 2 hits in 20 at-bats with runners in scoring position coming in. Still second and third, 2 runs in. The pitch, swing and a miss by Michael Harris II, and it's 0-1.
Seen 3 changeups, 89, 90, and 90. Still really firm for Bayo.
2 down, 2 in for Atlanta. Bayo trying to keep it right here. Out of the stretch with Bregman in on the grass at third. Here's the pitch, and it is down and in. A changeup. He doesn't have that pitch yet. 90 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you're talking about a 5-mile-an-hour difference right there. That's almost like a BP fastball, and actually had a little cut too, so he's not quite comfortable with that yet.
1-1. They lead at second and third with 2 down. Here's the pitch, and it's on the ground to second. Hamilton plays a room service second hop, throws to first in time. The inning is over, but Bayo let the first 3 hitters reach. 2 of them scored. After half an inning, Atlanta 2. Red Sox coming to the plate next with Duran, Devers, and Bregman on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Samsung. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances, $396 or more. Like the Samsung Bespoke AI Laundry Combo, the largest capacity, fastest, all-in-one laundry combo available that washes and dries in one machine. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the do.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
2 runs in for Atlanta. Spencer Schwellenbach, the all-name team, takes the mound for the first time here at Fenway Park. 9 starts, 2-3, with a 3.31 ERA. Duran was fabulous last night. The pitch to him in there. Fastball 96, and it's 0-1. The Braves, maybe more than any team not named the Rays or the Guardians, it seems like young pitchers just fall out of trees for them. 0-1. Pitch is ripped on the left field line, and it is foul, slicing out of play. Encouraging, balanced swing, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, anytime you see Jarren Duran driving line drives toward the monster, you know he's starting to get right. We've seen that the past couple weeks, really.
Alex Cora talked about that pregame. He felt like Jarren really did that to begin the season, and maybe he's gotten away from it a little bit. And the other thing he was saying with you, Will, was chasing pitches up in the zone. But, boy, he's looked good recently.
And we got the leg lift back. No more toe tap for Duran. He's behind 0-2. He tied the game with that shot into right field last night. Also a 2-run homer to get him going. 0-2 here. Pitch is on the ground to the right side into the outfield, a base hit. He is red hot as Duran. He ripped a splitter, and the leadoff man is aboard.
My question is, why did we get rid of the toe tap? He started around this time last season, and we could tell a huge difference. He's starting to get to more baseballs, hitting the ball on the barrel. If it's not broke, what are we doing?
Here now is, speaking of red hot, Rafi Devers. First strikeout of the game, authored by Brian Bayo, brought to you by Weichert Realtors. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who'll guide you every step of the way. Weichert, dream, move, home. Throw to first. I would be surprised, and then some if Duran were running here with the way Devers is swinging the bat. What a moment. His first career walk-off last night. He's got 8 homers and 34 driven in. Pitch is popped up into left field. This is a big league fly ball. Verdugo, about 20 feet in front of the track, is in to his left to make the play.
I don't know why, but when you said last night that was his first career walk-off home run, I just did not believe it. For some reason, I felt like he had like 15 under his belt.
And Rafi said postgame he couldn't remember one in the minors and didn't know of one in his entire life. That's hard to believe.
It really is.
Well, hopefully he gets used to it and they start to pile up. So now here's Bregman with Duran at first. He might be thinking now about going. Baldwin, the catcher. Pitch to Alex is called a strike. That was borderline, but 97, and it's 0-1.
I think Bregman might have offered up a potential code word of the day with his postgame interview with you guys yesterday.
Yeah, badass. 0-1. We'll see if we can get that into the official drops. Fine coming my way. Throw to first. Duran dives back in head first, and it just summed it up perfectly. He was so pitch perfect, was Bregman, as he so often is, encapsulating that great win. 0-1. I love the headshot they've got up on the video board here for him. The pitch is popped up. Shallow left field. The Brave shortstop, Allen, with the shades on, is there to make the play. And after the hit from Duran, 2 down.
Any fine, let's just say this right now, that we're going to split it 3 ways. Okay, so go nuts. Go nuts.
I'm giving my third to Bailey Fleming.
He's got the ice cream in the booth, and there's never been a helping of ice cream with more toppings on it ever. We got the sprinkles, the gummy bears, the Butterfingers, whatever it is.
Is there scrambled eggs in there? What's going on?
Here's Wilyer Abreu. The pitch to him is a strike. Now, Schwellenbach is filling up the zone. He's thrown 7 pitches, all of them strikes, and it's 0-1.
Not to mention 97 coming out of the hand. That's a pretty good fastball.
Olsen at first, Albies the second baseman, Allen the shortstop as Williers swings and fouls one back. That is 8 pitches, 8 strikes. Riley at third, Verdugo in left, Harris in center with Eli White, who was really good out in right field. It's a good defensive Braves outfield. 1 on, 2 out, 0-2. Schwellenbach is ready. Long set, he throws, and Williard takes a ball. Fastball, and it's 1-2. I think in a 2-strike count here, Lenny, there's very little downside to Duran thinking about taking off here at first.
Why not? Use the speed. This is part of the identity of the team. Duran, when he's running, the team's winning.
A little bit of a bigger lead now, held by Olsen. Not going. The pitch is outside. Splitter. This guy really does mix it up. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and it's been so fastball heavy here so far, but now they're going to see him more and get deeper into the arsenal.
Yeah, I would say any pitcher that's nibbling on the corners, do 2 things. Look at batting practice. Watch all these hitters get themselves out, right? They get jammed on 50 mile an hour. Go right out there. Trust your stuff.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Abreu. 11 homers. He drives one into right field, but it'll hang up for White. 10 feet in front of the track. He's there to make the play. Red Sox get a leadoff knock and nothing more. After an inning at Fenway Park, 2-0 Braves in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Save now with Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Whirlpool. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more, like the Whirlpool top-load washer with removable agitator. Leave it in for everyday loads. Take it out for bulky items. The choice is yours. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go to the second inning. Bayo looking for a better half inning here. Eli White, right-handed hitter, takes a sinker for strike 1. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 0-1 is fouled back, a sinker. And it's 0-2 on this Sunday. I'm thinking of Riley Wheaton, a young man we met here on the field at Fenway Park, who's dealing with an awful and rare form of heart cancer. He's getting great treatment over at Dana-Farber. A Mainer is Riley. 0-2 to Eli White. Pitch is swung on and missed. Much better by Bayo. 95, and there's one away.
That's what I'm talking about. Went right after him. Here's my best stuff. See what you can do. You know what? 95 down the middle sometimes is good enough. You don't have to go out there and pick. Depending on the batter, you can go out there and do that.
Celebrate Greek American Night at Fenway Tuesday, June the 10th, the day before Bailey Fleming's birthday. Get your tickets through this offer at redsox.com/Greek Night. A little souvlaki. Here's the sinker that misses low, and it is 1-0. Score a limited edition Red Sox Hellas jersey, VIP packages with early access and a Greek heritage hat. I'm in. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Bayo misses a little bit high with a sinker. 2-0. Lenny could put down some Greek food. I'm confident of that.
What can't he put down?
I've been known. I have been known.
I've never seen anything like it. The Sushi King, the 2-0, is a ball again. Here we go again with Bayo. Nibble, nibble, and it's 3-0.
We all agree the sushi was pretty good in Kansas City.
Shocking. Shocking.
Jemai called it a landlocked state.
He got that one right.
They're not known for their sushi.
3-0. Pitch is low, ball 4. So after a strikeout to begin the inning, a 4-pitch walk to the 9-hole hitter. That's maddening, and there's one on.
Not only for us, though, you can see him frustrated right now, too. He picked up the rosin bag and just chucked it down toward the mound. He's got to be able to take a deep breath, a little bit of damage control right here, and realize he's one pitch away from getting out of this. He has to make certain pitches in the zone.
The boos tell you who's coming to the plate. It's Alex Verdugo, left-handed hitter. Singled on his first pitch that he saw here. A slider misses outside. Verdugo is having a word right now with Connor Wong and the home plate umpire Tom Hanahan. He's laughing. 255 for Verdugo. Not yet hit a home run. 9 driven in. Bayo throws. Verdugo takes strike. He's got such a good eye, does Verdugo. That was a strike, 1-1.
And he was still talking before that pitch as he was standing kind of upright in the box, looking out at Bayo, but talking to either himself or Wong and Hanahan.
Little head games. 1-1. Bregman level with the bag at third. Toro holding the runner. He starts, then stops, and a pitch misses outside, a sinker. So that is 7 pitches thrown in this inning, and 6 of them out of the zone.
Major League averages 50% of your pitches are in the zone. Bayo's down around 43% for the season.
What a number that is. 2-1 from Nino as his teammates call, and the runner goes. Throw from Wong is not in time. Head first slide. And Nick Allen has his 6th steal.
And when you've got a guy scuffling on the mound, having trouble throwing strikes, you know as a base runner that pitcher's in his head a little bit. He's trying to concentrate to stay in the zone to throw these pitches. So that's a perfect opportunity right there to go ahead and take second base.
Bayo tries to alter his cadence and sequence. Not always to great effect. 3-1 to Verdugo. The pitch on the ground to the right side. Actually, a little low liner caught by Toro. He picked it off the dirt. That's a big second out for Bayo. So a top spinning line drive. And 3-1, that'll disappoint Verdugo. So now, 2 down runners still at second. Here's Austin Riley. Grilling season in full swing with boneless chicken now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Here's the pitch, and it's chopped toward third. Fair ball. Bregman's got it. Riley, did he foul it off his foot? We got to work with Tom Hanahan on the communication skills. I mean, he made almost no motion of that at all.
I did not see the home plate umpire put his arms up, and the third base umpire, Paul Clemens, he didn't see it. He motioned that it was a fair ball.
It was, but it was off the foot. So 0-1 to Riley. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. The pitch is a little bit low, and it's 1-1.
I'll say this, Paul Clemens, who's at third today, had the plate last night. You could hear every call he was making,
yes,
and it was glorious.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, Austin Riley the batter. 2-0 Atlanta in the second. Bayo throws, and a breaking ball fouled back. I think he got away with one there. I mean, that's a slider that's in the middle of the zone.
Center cut slider, yeah, he fouled straight back. That's one of those ones where it leaves your hand and you're thinking, oh my gosh, please get by him.
The other thing is, you mentioned this with the changeup. We've seen a few of them cut from Bayo. I think he's totally still trying to find that pitch.
1-2. Allen at second. There it is. And a slider misses outside. So it's boneless chicken breast or thighs, $2.47 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network.
Mike, you're talking about that changeup. That's a pitch that dives arm side, keeps them off the slider and the fastball. If it's doing the same thing as the slider, he's getting predictable.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Best changeup he's thrown in weeks. And he gets out of a jam in the second inning. 2-0 Atlanta. The Red Sox will have Story, Toro, and Wong after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Shop Lowe's Memorial Day deals, including 40% off select major LG appliances. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major LG appliances $396 or more. Like LG refrigerators with slow melting craft ice. Just what you need for next level entertaining with family and friends all summer long. Lowe's, we help, you save. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Hi, this is Alex Bregman. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Trevor Story to lead it off in the bottom of the second. Braves leading 2-0. Story 236 had a hit last night. He drives this one high and deep into center field. Harris back on the warning track in the triangle. He's there to make the play, but that's 2 nights in a row that Story has pounded balls with authority into right center field.
It's so encouraging to see a fastball middle early in a count. Like, it's exactly what Alex Cora has been talking about for the better part of 2 weeks now with Trevor Story. Ends up and out, but you love seeing that.
Subaru New England scoreboard, it's already bleak for the Baltimore Orioles. They fired their manager, Brandon Hyde, yesterday. The Nationals are at Camden leading 6-0. Here's Abraham Toro as a pitch misses outside for ball one. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester hybrid. Learn more at Subaru of NewEngland.com. 1-0. Toro had a big hit last night. Takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Do we put a lot of blame on Brandon Hyde or?
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Had nothing to do with Santander or Corbin Burns, no longer on the club.
1-1, soft ground ball to second. Albies has it. He throws to first in time, and they're 2 away. It happens. Derek Shelton lost his job in Pittsburgh. Same story, but really scapegoats more than anything.
2023 Manager of the Year. It's not that long ago, and now you're out.
Well, I thought it was cool that the Orioles did something that most organizations do not do, and that is let him survive the rebuild and enjoy the fruits of the playoffs as Connor Wong takes a slider outside. Now, the Orioles have lost badly in the playoffs 2 years running, so I think there's some simmering sort of holdover frustration there. But again, he's not throwing the pitches this year. 1-0 to Wong. Fastball right there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
And I think that's the crazy part about the wild card structure now. Like, in 24 hours, the Orioles season was over from start to finish of their playoffs.
1-1 is outside. The playoffs are fickle, but they, I think, for a long time now have thought their window is wide open for a decade, and maybe not the case. 2-1. The pitch is loop foul on the first base side. Jackson Holliday is having an awful season again. Adley Rutschman supposed to be the anchor of their team. What happened to him?
And that was the second half of last season and on. Like, it's going back toward almost a full calendar year now for Rutschman.
And Jackson Holliday, he was a youngster. When he came up last year, he scuffled. And then at the beginning of the season, you start to see signs turn into his favor a little bit, but then as of late, back down.
3-2 after a breaking ball misses to Wong. The rivalry report sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. Yanks lead the Red Sox by 4 as Wong takes one right there for strike 3 called. 99 in the heart of the plate, and the inning is over. Red Sox got a leadoff hit in the first and nothing since. 2-0 as we go to the third at Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
right, fellas. Remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Lowe's knows a little help in the kitchen goes a long way. That's why we carry exclusive GE ranges with the Easy Wash oven tray, plus an air fry basket. Cut down cook time, speed up cleanup. So even if things get messy, you can make the most of cooking. Shop GE's line of appliances and Memorial Day deals happening now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Brian Bayo back to the mound, 2-0 Atlanta as we go to the third. Matt Olson leads it off, and here for the play-by-play is Mike Monaco.
Full house up here, guys. This is great. Bayo's first pitch is outside the Matt Olson, who walked his first time, as the Braves send up 3, 4, and 5 in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree, and Ford of Westboro.
I mean, Lenny's teaching my son change-ups up here.
I'll take some tips.
I promise I'm not going to teach him a curveball. He's a little too young for that.
Not yet.
Yep.
1-0 pitch. Olson swings, fouled off third base side, 1-1. Pronate. Yeah. That is the word we're teaching young Bailey.
Stay behind it, on top of it, and through it, in that order.
Brian Bayo has thrown 9 changeups so far, 35 pitches through 2 innings. Now in the third is 1-1. Olson takes a called strike with a slider that drops in bottom of the zone, 1-2.
He's taken to pitching. He did this winter clinic down in Providence. Adam Barrick, who actually was one of Craig Breslow's teammates at Yale, is a former great college pitcher. He taught Bailey a thing or two.
Here comes the 1-2. Olson takes a back foot breaking ball, misses, 2-2.
He's going to be here tomorrow with his son Nick. Adam is big Mets fans, and they're going to be on the field. But Bailey learned from Adam to keep that front shoulder closed and come straight down the mound.
Strong front side equals a strong backside.
Get the carousel going. 2-2 to Olson. He swings and lines one opposite way, tailing toward the corner and left. A fair ball. Skitters off on one hop off the monster. Olson chugs into second with a stand-up double. Lost his helmet in the process as Duran fires in. The Braves have a leadoff double to begin the third, up 2-0 on the Red Sox.
That's a good piece of hitting right there, driving the ball the other way. Little below the belt, right on the corner, just kept the barrel back and threw it.
Brings up Marcelo Zuna in the cleanup spot, who struck out looking on a good sinker from Brian Bayo back in the first. So leadoff man on for Atlanta in this rubber game at Fenway. Righty to righty, Bayo out of the stretch. First pitch is in for a strike at 96. Third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going crosstown, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Nobody out in the third, and Bayo's 0-1. Ozuna takes down a ball and a strike. Talking about front shoulders and pitching mechanics. Lenny, what have you thought of Bayo so far into this third inning?
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing strikes. I feel like he needs to get into counts. Again, you get into counts where you can get them to expand and use the movement to his advantage.
Here comes his 1-1. Ozuna swings, broken bat flare behind second. Hamilton races out and it drops in. Olson rounds third and scores. Toro cuts off Rafaela's throw, and a broken bat blooper from Marcell Ozuna adds to Atlanta's lead. It's 3-0 in the third off Bayo.
Again, that pitch is down below the zone. He just threw the barrel to it. It's a nice changeup, decent location. Broken bat, you can't get too upset about that if you're Bayo.
I think that's great base running by Olson. I think it's one where he uses his ears to know the bat is broken and it's going to dump in.
David Hamilton raced out from second, but had a long way to go. So Ozuna drops one in on pretty good pitch, like Lenny said, change up below the zone. Now Drake Baldwin, first pitch is in for a called strike. Baldwin had an opposite field run-scoring single in that two-run first for the Braves, who now lead it 3-0 here in the top of the third. Baldwin, the rookie's off to a great start to this season. 0-1. Takes a breaking ball down. 1-1 the count.
I'd say the most important pitch of an at-bat is pitch number 1. Then after that, it's a 1-1. If you look at the count difference between 1-2 and 2-1, it's striking.
Well, this is a 1-1 coming from Brian Bayo to Baldwin. Swinging a bouncer past the mound towards short. Story gloves on the bag, throws to first, and gets 2. Ground ball right at the second base bag as Story was hunched down and collected. Foot on the bag in the process to get 1. Fired onto Toro for 2.
We had a little bit of bad luck with that broken bat single, but that was some good luck right there. Just happened to go right over the bag, make that an easy, at least easy to look at play for Trevor Story.
It does even out over time, right? Somewhat. Here's Ozzie Albies. Base is empty. The switch hitter from the left side tried to hold up on the first pitch and went around at strike 1.
You hear hitters say all the time, they'll line out to the center fielder. Trevor Story did that last at-bat, got a good piece of it. That was an out, but he's going to have a bloop single somewhere along the line to even it out.
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a tip foul. 0-2, and it's time for the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Today's question at Sox Booth on Twitter. Which Red Sox City Connect jersey do you like better? The green or the yellow? We'll get you the results of the poll later on. Here's the 0-2. Albie swings and lines one to center. Rafaela sprints back toward right center, reaches up, makes the catch on the back pedal to end the inning. But the Braves had a run in the third, and through 2.5 at Fenway, the Red Sox trail Atlanta 3-0 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Samsung. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances, $396 or more. Like the Samsung Bespoke AI Laundry Combo, the largest capacity, fastest, all-in-one laundry combo available that washes and dries in one machine. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom of the third inning at Fenway Park. Red Sox down 3-0 to the Braves, and 8-9-1 coming for the Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order. First pitch to David Hamilton is in for strike 1 from Spencer Schwellenbach. He's got a bigger lead after that broken bat single to center from Marcell Ozuna. 0-1 to Hamilton. Swinging a line drive. Pulled over, jumping Matt Olson at first and down the right field line. Hamilton motors around first and is easily at second with a stand-up double to begin the bottom of the third for the Red Sox.
I'll tell you what, that's what David Hamilton brings to the table. A nice, compact line drive swing. He knows what he's doing up there. He's not trying to go outside the ballpark. He can do that. We've seen it twice this year. But again, just being short and quick to the ball and poking it out there. If he hits grass, he's liable to get on second base every time.
Beautiful swing from Hamilton, who Alex Cora was talking about pregame, has got a tough role. When you're only playing 1 or 2 times a week, it's hard to get into a rhythm. Hammy's at second for Sedan. Righty against righty. First pitch. Swing and a miss from Schwellenbach. By the way, that broken bat hit reminds us that CCL wants to remind you, if there's a broken bat, there's probably a better choice for lumber. Find the lumber for your next project at CapeCodLumber.com. Bottom of the third, the 0-1. Rafaela swings through a slider, and it's 0-2.
Give me that again. It reminds us to remind you to be reminded?
It reminded me, and then the read reminds you. Took some poetic license there.
And all this conversation reminds me, I think you left the oven on at my home.
It's a race back to Rhode Island as we speak. Red Sox down 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Schwellenbach stares at second, now the 0-2. Rafaela swings, pulls one on the ground into left field, a base hit. Hamilton stops at third. Rafaela singles into left, and the Red Sox have a double and a single off Spencer Schwellenbach to begin the bottom of the third.
That's a good job capitalizing on an 0-2 mistake right there. He swung through 2 sliders outside the strike zone. That was another slider just kind of spinning in there. Kept the hands back. It's a great job going after a good pitch to hit.
I was surprised how Hamilton was going so slowly between second and third. You hope nothing's up with him, because I like the idea, even though it's hard to put pressure on Verdugo. See what happens.
We saw it in Detroit. Joey Cora, the Tigers' third base coach, he was waving that right arm. So 2 on for Jarren Duran, who singled to the pull side his first time. First pitch, and Jarren takes strike 1.
We saw Verdugo try to throw one all the way toward home plate, missed the target. The backup caught it, which allowed the guy on first base to move to second, too.
Hammy and Hudson now testing Verdugo there. Red Sox down 3-0 in the third. 0-1. Duran takes high. Hey, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Runners at the corners, nobody out, third inning. 1-1. Duran takes outside. Looked very good. Called the ball 2-1.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there. Not even really on the corner. It's got a lot of plate.
From Spencer Schwellenbach, the 24-year-old from Michigan, second-year right-hander for the Braves. 2-1. Duran checks his swing and takes down 3-1. So a big opportunity here for the Red Sox. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Down 3-0, runners at the corners, and an increasingly locked-in Jarren Duran with Raffy on deck.
Does not want to put him on base. Look for a fastball right here. Drive it into the gap.
Schwellenbach sets chest high. The burly righty will toss to first, and Rafael is back to the base. Is that proper usage, Will? Yeah. Burly, not stocky?
That's good. You're in the Joe Castiglione booth, so that's mandatory.
I'm learning.
And it was always a burly sort.
The burly sort, Spencer Schwellenbach comes set with 2 on for the Red Sox. 3-1 to Duran. He takes inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Red Sox and last night's hero, Raffy Devers.
When you listen to Alex Cora talk about Jarren Duran and when he's right, that's what you're looking at. Not swinging at pitches outside the strike zone, being a little bit more selective. Now you've got the bases loaded for Raffy Devers up. This is exactly where you want to be.
Raffy gets a nice ovation from the Fenway faithful. He flew to left on the first pitch in the first. First pitch here is down, ball 1 on a splitter from Schwellenbach to start. Raffy said he saw the curveball in the 8th inning from Pierce Johnson last night, then had an inning to think about it and was ready for another curve, and he ended the ball game. 1-0. Devers swings and launches. Center field. Harris goes back. It is gone. And it is grand from Raffy. And the Red Sox lead 4-3 in the third.
He left an opening right there. lost the command of his pitches, had to come back over the plate. He's scuffling out there, and once again, Rafi Devers is waiting and ready to hit that ball out of the yard.
A 442-foot grand slam from Rafi to straightaway center, and he gets crowned with the Wally helmet by Connor Wong as he strides down the first base dugout. What a swing. Now Alex Bregman takes strike one. 4-3 Red Sox, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 0-1. Bregman takes down a ball and a strike.
I'll take it in the third inning. Whew. Every time.
He is so hot. And those are 2 in a row, just unloaded balanced swings.
Pitch to Bregman is a strike 1 and 2.
And it is always the same. He's getting himself into better counts. He's patient. He's not chasing, and then he does not miss the mistakes.
1-2 pitch to Bregman is downstairs, 2 and 2.
Rafi was always known early in his career, even up to last year, as a guy that will swing outside the strike zone. And yes, he will connect with those pitches too, but the fact that he's not going outside now makes these pitchers have to come to him.
Spencer Schwellenbach gave it up, and here's the 2-2. Bregman takes away, full count. What a swing from Rafi. Straight away center, about halfway up the seats out there. 3-2. Bregman swings and skies one toward left center. Harris goes back, step in front of the warning track. The center fielder makes the catch in left center. And finally, the Red Sox have one away here in the bottom of the third. Time now for our league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. At Drains by James, they give a poop about your pipes.
And so do we.
We all do. Here's Willie Abreu. Base is empty, 1 out, first pitch, and Abreu swings and fouls it back.
I don't give a poop what position Devers ever plays again if he's going to do this. I mean, maybe Alex Cora is onto something. Leave him alone. I mean, these are Ortiz-like stretches as the DH.
And ever since that slow start, the 0 for 19, Rafi is 7th in all of baseball in OPS. He has been one of the very few best hitters. 0-1 to Abreu is swung on and popped foul, third base side, 0-2. He's just been that good. Alex Cora said yesterday, if you have an explanation for why Rafi struck out 15 times in his first 19 at-bats, call me. Because it was atypical, and now he's back to business. 0-2 to Abreu is swung on and fouled back, still 0-2.
Well, I'd like to offer a theory, and that is he played in like 4 spring training games.
That's
to
it?
me, it was just the preparation was not there going into the season.
Yeah, you're right. The timing was off, right? That's what spring training is. It's a time to get your timing right. It's time to feel confident going into the season. And when you don't have the reps in spring training, he had to get them in season.
Rafi has given the Red Sox a 4-3 lead on the Braves here in the bottom of the third in this rubber game. 1 out, base is empty. Spencer Schwellenbach out of the windup. With the dark mitt, he winds and deals. Abreu swings and misses and strikes out on a slider down. Abreu is out number 2, and that's the second punch out for Schwellenbach. So 2 down, base is empty, and here comes Trevor Story in the 5 spot for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order against Schwellenbach. Trevor went first pitch swinging on a fastball in the second and flew out to center. First pitch here is up and away, ball 1 to Trevor.
Yeah, all signs are pointing to better at-bats, better swings, not getting beat on the fastball, which is huge.
Alex Cora's talked about swinging but fouling off good pitches. That's in for a strike. 1-1 on Story, who didn't foul it off. He drove one to deep center his first time. Chain dangling out of the neck for Trevor Story above the white uniform, the 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball left side at short. Nick Allen ranges right, gloves, plants, and fires to retire Story, and the inning's over. But Rafael Devers with a grand slam puts the Red Sox on top 4-3 after 3 at Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore, but with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all LiveGood products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
Lowe's knows when you're ready for new appliances, you want the best deal. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances like GE. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more, like exclusive GE ranges with the Easy Wash oven tray, plus an air fry basket. Shop these and other Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
Unparalleled performance, innovative technology, premium aesthetics. TimberTech Decking at Riverhead Building Supply brings you all that and more. TimberTech endures year after year without fading, staining, or rotting. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Sometimes when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan. Or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at HealthSourceRI.com.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Fourth inning at Fenway, Red Sox up 4-3 on the Braves. Mike Monaco, Lenny DiNardo riding shotgun with Will Fleming as Brian Bayo goes back to work against Michael Harris, and the first pitch is ball 1 with 7, 8, and 9 for the Braves in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Chevrolet of Danvers. Walk-off last night, grand slam today for Raffy. 1-0 is swung on and bounced on 2 short hops to second. David Hamilton scoops and he throws out Harris, and there's 1 away to begin the top of the 4th.
This is an important inning from Brian Bayo. You just got a grand slam for your club. He needs to go out there and put a 0. It's a good sign right there. Pitching to contact, got the ball on the ground. Limit the pitches this inning, get that offense back in the clubhouse right away.
Got the double play in the 3rd that was helpful, and then got Ozzie Albies to fly out to end that frame. Here's Eli White, first pitch righty on righty, and that's in for a strike on a sinker in. Fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. CarsForKids.com. Pitch is bounced to third at Alex Bregman, who gloves it knee high, and he fires to first to retire White. And 2 quick ground ball outs for Brian Bayo.
That's exactly what he needed to do. Now go out and finish this inning. Get the ball on the ground right now. Get back into a pitch count where you're going to end up going deep into this game.
Especially against the bottom of Atlanta's lineup as we go to the 9th spot, Nick Allen, who walked out of that 9th spot his first time back in the 2nd. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch is a fastball in for a strike.
I love how he's pounding the zone right now. He's getting strike 1. He's pitching with a lot more confidence. He's got to figure out what he needs to do pregame or in the bullpen to get into this mode earlier on.
0-1 is swung on in line towards center. Rafaela approaches but has to play it on a hop. Nick Allen's got a 2-out single to center for Atlanta with the Red Sox up 4-3 here in the 4th. Yeah, it has been more pitches in the zone for Brian Bayo in this one, even though at times it's been a little bit scattered with the command, especially on the fastball, but better than it's been recently with just pitches in the confines of the strike zone. You don't need an explanation for who's up when you hear the boos in this series. That's Alex Verdugo, who is singled and lined out to first. First pitch, and Verdugo takes high, ball 1 on a 4-seamer.
You never know. I mean, you could have come out of retirement. Merlone could have come out of retirement.
The options are endless. Tuukka Rask might be here.
There you go.
Man at first, 2 outs in the 4th, and Brian Bayo's ready with a 1-0. Verdugo takes a strike knee high, 1-1. And we just call you the Lennox. That doesn't confuse us on who it is necessarily.
Which I asked you where you heard that before the game, and you said Kevin Youkilis.
It was you.
Yeah, Yuke's the man.
Bayo with a chest high set, long hold, and the right-hander deals a 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball toward third from Verdugo, and he beats the shift as it trickles into left. Durand collects, so Allen stops at second, and Alex Verdugo with a very simple swing against the shifted infield. Tucks one between the line and Alex Bregman, and it's back-to-back two-out singles.
I mean, really, that's just a good piece of hitting, pitching to where nobody is currently. They're playing him to pull, but he just kind of throws the barrel to an outside pitch.
So it's not hard contact there, but it does put runners at first and second, and that'll prompt Andrew Bailey to strut out of the Red Sox first base dugout to have a conversation before Bayo faces Austin Riley for a third time. Red Sox up 4-3 in this top of the fourth after they grabbed the lead on Devers' grand slam in the last half inning. And now Riley, who has an infield single up the middle and then struck out swinging on a changeup from Bayo back in the second. We're coming up on the 110th pitch, and the 110th pitch is brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Wong, Bayo, and Bailey end their conversation with home plate umpire Tom Hanahan observing. And that mound visit is over, and now Bayo's got to solve Austin Riley. Two-time All-Star, two-time Silver Slugger winner, who's putting up comparable numbers this year to what he did last year. Not quite at the level of his best seasons, but still one of the best third basemen in the game. 2 on, 2 out, fourth inning. Bayo's first pitch. Riley takes a strike with 97 right down the middle.
Struck him out on a changeup down to the zone, so the key right here is to get ahead, stay ahead, and hopefully get him to chase on something low and away.
Bayo did part one. Ahead in the count, 0-1. The pitch. Riley swings and misses on a backup slider, 0-2.
See, after that pitch right there, I almost want him to throw another slider, but just started outer third, work its way off.
And never in the strike zone, just get it for Chase?
Yeah, get it for Chase outside the strike zone. You're capable of doing that when you're 0-2.
First and second, 2 outs, 0-2. Swinging a line drive, rocket pulled toward the monster and left, and that'll one hop off the wall from Riley. Nick Allen scores from second as Verdugo stops at third, and Austin Riley with a run-scoring single to left ties this game at 4 in the fourth.
See, to me, he throws a slider there. It's a bad swing. He hasn't proved that he can really get the barrel to it. And that time you throw a fastball in the same tunnel on the inner third where the other slider was, but instead of the ball breaking away from him and creating that swing and miss, this ball stays straight.
And instead, Bayo threw a changeup. Again, it was down in the zone, but Austin Riley jumping on the changeup when he didn't get the slider again consecutively. So now first and third, and the ever-hot Matt Olson stands in to the left-hand box. A double his last time the opposite way. First pitch, swing and a line drive foul, third base side.
Just drives you crazy, Lenny. I mean, 2 outs, base is empty. Poor pitch selection there for sure after he's 0-2, but two-strike execution has been a problem for this Red Sox season, and that sequence really hurts from Bayo.
We talked about, last time out, you got him with a changeup.
Olson takes down 1-1.
But you have to be able to pivot mid-at-bats by judging swings. If you can judge a swing and say, okay, he looked really bad on that slider, why not go back to it, change the location a little bit from there.
4-4 our score, top of the fourth inning, 2 outs, runners at the corners, 1-1. Olson swings, bounces back to the mound, Bayo glove, spins, runs toward first, flips underhand, and the inning is over. Important inning for Bayo, but the Braves tie it against him, and it's 4-4 in the middle of the fourth at Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Lowe's knows when you're ready for new appliances, you want the best deal. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances like GE. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more, like exclusive GE ranges with the Easy Wash oven tray, plus an air fry basket. Shop these and other Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. Valid 5/15 through 6/4.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Bottom of the fourth inning begins with ball 1 to Abraham Toro, with the Red Sox and Braves tied at 4. Toro, Wong, and Hamilton, 6, 7, and 8 for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order. 1-0 pitch from Spencer Schwellenbach's in for a strike. 1-1 on Toro, who grounded out to second his first time. Schwellenbach winds the 1-1. Toro swings and misses. Way out in front of a splitter, 1-2. Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo, Mike Monaco with you from Fenway Park. Rubber game today, Red Sox and Braves. 1-2. Toro swings, reaches out, floats one toward left center, and Michael Harris ranges into the gap and makes a running catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. This fourth inning bell brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Request your appointment today or learn more at hackmanwealth.com.
Lenny just almost jumped out of his chair, like ran into the middle of the ring from his corner.
I mean, he's got the muscles to fight. Connor Wong grounds the first pitch to third at Austin Riley, who gobbles it up and throws out Wong. 2 quick outs for the Red Sox.
It's Pavlov's dog. I thought it was the dinner bell. I mean, sorry, guys.
Lenny has a 2:30 dinner and then like a 5:30 dinner and probably an 8:30 dinner as well.
Will's got some Cinnabons over there that I keep smelling and looking at.
Those have been in reserve since pregame.
I'm waiting for him to take a bathroom break, and he'll come back and they'll just be gone. Crumbs on my lap.
2 outs, base is empty. David Hamilton. First pitch from Spencer Schwellenbach is strike 1.
If I put raw salmon on them, they'd be gone immediately.
Put raw salmon on anything, I'll eat it.
Let's go easy on the jalapenos.
That's true.
4-4 game, the 0-1. Hamilton swings and lines one over third with jumping Riley, unable to get it into left. And David Hamilton's got his second hit of the ball game, a 2-out single the opposite way.
A couple line drive swings right there, going with it, showing the capability to hit the ball to right, to left. Outstanding job. Really, really nice swing.
Red hot, and he should run right here.
Brings up Cedano Rafaela. By the way, we check out the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. SubaruofNewEngland.com. Jack Leiter has thrown 6 no-hit innings against the Astros for the Rangers so far. Toss to first to check on Hamilton, with Spencer Schwellenbach thinking the same.
Talking to the Red Sox about it, they don't like to pick very often because now it's almost like an open-door invitation to Hamilton to go immediately.
He's got his lead at first. And he goes. First pitch, Rafaela pulls back. The throw is not in time, and it bounces out into center. Hamilton takes off for third. Nick Allen's throw on a hop, the pick, the tag. They got him at third. Hamilton did steal second. A throw from the catcher. Baldwin got onto the outskirts of the outfield grass, and Nick Allen, the shortstop, guns down Hamilton, who got a late break, rising to his feet, headed to third. So we end the fourth inning with the Red Sox and Braves tied 4-4 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore, but with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all LiveGood products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brian Bayo back to the mound. The first pitch sinker for strike one to Marcell Ozuna. What a disappointing fourth inning that was, all the way around. Base running blunder by Hamilton. 0-1 to Ozuna. Here's the pitch. And another strike on the outside corner. 94. It's 0-2. So Bayo got himself into two-out trouble. Gave up the game-tying run. He's induced 30 swings today and only 4 misses on those swings. And a lot of that goes right to the changeup, the 0-2. Slider misses outside, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, last at bat, Ozuna singled on a changeup down, went through the hands. I feel like on this pitch here, he could probably be effective fastball up and in if he gets to that spot.
Ozuna leads the game with 39 walks. He's in a 1-2 hole here. Singled in a run his last time. 1-2. Pitch is outside. And then Hamilton in the bottom of the inning. Beautiful swing the other way. Go ahead, run aboard. Speed. Steals second. He hesitated, and that's what killed him. Another base running mistake. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And it's low, a changeup. Once he didn't see the ball go into the outfield, there are 2 outs. I mean, he can score on any kind of hit, basically, from second.
It just took him too long to figure out that the ball was in the outfield, and it really didn't carry him that far. They had it in their glove and in their hands ready to throw when he was a quarter of the way down the line.
3-2 misses inside, ball 4. Another frustrating outing for Brian Bayo. That's 70 pitches thrown. There's some stirring going on in the Red Sox bullpen. I think somebody's going to start to throw soon. You get the grand slam from Devers. All the energy in the world is ripping through Fenway Park. You give the run right back with 2 outs, and now a leadoff walk to Ozuna.
And he had him 0-2.
So much of this feels like it's just mindset. Attack mode. Here's Drake Baldwin. That's a slider that misses. He has missed badly with the slider in this inning.
We were talking earlier about glove side. Strong glove side equals a strong backside. When you're missing up and in with that slider in particular, it means you're flying out just a little early.
1-0. The pitch is a soft grounder foul. Chopper back at the plate, 1-1.
How can you slow yourself down within an outing to stay closed?
Well, he was in the bullpen the other day with this little contraption, right? And it's basically a pulley system. There's a rope attached behind him. Looks like a harness. But what that does is when he's starting with his hips toward home plate, that keeps him back over the rubber a little bit longer.
1-1 pitch is outside. A changeup.
And when you're flying too fast, especially with your hips and upper body at the same time, our arm starts to lag. We start to cast out, and it causes that to happen. When you keep your chest back over the rubber as you separate your hands and let your hips go first, now you're going to be more on time with your release point.
2-1. Bayo throws, and a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Sinker right there, and here come the Braves again. 2-on with nobody out. I mean, it's just been a non-stop barrage of base runners. They got 4 men on base in the first, 1 in the second, 2 more in the third, 3 more in the fourth, and now here in the fifth, 2 men aboard.
First 2 guys, too. I mean, it's been, speaking of carousels, like just nonstop traffic aboard against Bayo.
And the stuff is there. That's the frustrating part about it, is the stuff is there for him to go out and throw 6-7 innings, 1-run baseball every 5 days.
I agree with that with one caveat. 2 on with nobody out. Tie game in the top of the 5th inning. Bayo's ready. He throws, and Ozzie Albies takes outside. I don't think he's comfortable when he does not have his changeup. And I don't think he leans on the sinker nearly enough.
I agree. That's his best pitch. And when it's working, it's starting in the zone. It's working its way off and down.
Albies is 0 for 2. The 1-0. Swing and a foul. That's a 96-mile-an-hour sinker. That's the middle of the plate, and that's your point, Lenny. It's such a good pitch with enough life on it. He can sort of aim to the large part of the strike zone with it.
Yeah, it's got late movement, arm side. The 4-seam kind of rides that rail a little bit more, so they're 2 different looks. 1
ball, 1 strike. Ozuna at second, Baldwin at first. Pitch is crushed foul down the right field line. That was a hanging slider. Albies out in front of it. It's 1-2.
So the few sliders that we've seen today are that one right there, which is just below the belt buckle. Didn't really spin too much glove side. And the one that's below the zone, it's a ball out of his hand, and they've just been spitting on that. You've got to find that one in between that starts in the zone and works its way off.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is a check swing. Did he go? No. That's a pretty good slider down beneath the zone, but it's 2-2.
So that's the one where it bottom of the zone, started out bottom of the zone and worked its way low, basically bounced in there. He's got to get that up 1 click in order for them to get those swing and miss for the K.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1, none out. Pitch inside, bad miss with a changeup. He just doesn't have that today. And it's 3-2. So think about this. When Bayo came up in 2022, a whiff rate of 26%, 24 in 23. That's a lot of numbers. But it's down almost 8% this season, and especially of late. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Riders at first and second will not run. The pitch is way outside. I mean, that's a slider that is ball 4. And again, he's just not trusting the fastball in 2 strike counts. Another 2-strike advantage for Bayo and a walk, and the Braves have the bases loaded.
Yeah, his changeup, his slider, very important pitches. You can't just rely on a fastball. And Mike, you basically looked up earlier the miles per hour on his changeup this year compared to in years past, and it's a little fast too.
It's almost 1.5 miles firmer than when he came up and when we first saw Brian Bayo in the major leagues. Like, go back to 2022, it was 88 miles an hour. We've seen a lot of 90 and 91, and it's sitting like 89.5. Again, at the risk of too many numbers, like, he's just throwing it harder than he was. And I think you saw right from the start today, you mentioned it, Lenny, he cut 2 changeups. Like, that is not what that pitch should be doing, and indicates he doesn't have the feel for it.
Yeah, you've got to have that moving arm side, the opposite of what a slider does, and there has to be that difference, that separation between that and the fastball.
So now they're loaded up with nobody out for Michael Harris. You trade a couple outs for a run here. The pitch is outside. He keeps throwing the changeup and not landing it for strikes. It's 1-0. Harris has hit 2 ground balls to second. You'd love one right here. 4-4, but the base is loaded with nobody out in the 5th. Pitch is low. Another changeup. What is he doing? It's 2-0.
He's gotten away from the fastball. I mean, again, he's flying open so much with that changeup, casting his arm out. It's starting a ball out of his hand, and that's why they're spitting on it. They're not even making any attempt to swing at these pitches.
2-0. Here's the pitch. And there is a ball. That was close with a sinker. Bayo is now asking the home plate umpire, Tom Hanahan, where that was. This is the bad body language from Bayo. That was low, and it's 3-0.
It was, and he's not going to get anything close because he hasn't proven to the umpire that he's spotting those pitches where he wants them, when he wants them.
3-0. The pitch is another ball. He's not going to get that, especially after showing up the umpire. That was another ball. It's a 4-pitch, bases-loaded walk, and it's 5-4 Atlanta. I'm not sure how long they can let him continue.
Yeah, I think you need to snap into, dire straits here. Like, 3 out of the first 4 are walks. This is around when the wheels have fallen off for Bayo in each of his previous 2 starts as well against Texas and Detroit.
So a run in, nobody out, loaded up for Eli White, right-handed hitter. The pitch, not close. Fastball misses, and it's 1-0.
Everything's getting sideways for him. He needs to concentrate on staying through the baseball, on top of the baseball. He's a little bit of a carousel, but he needs a little bit of the Ferris wheel to stay behind it because he's getting really wide with everything right now.
1-0. Here's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball, 96. The Bronx cheer. And it's 1-1. Speaking of the Bronx, Mets and Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball a little bit later. 1-1, bases loaded pitch. Inside, sinker. And it's 2-1. Bayo needs a strike. He sets, he throws, slider, not close. Missed, way up and in, and it's 3-1.
How quickly can Sean Newcomb get ready? I mean, they need him in a hurry. Alex Cora's looking out at the bullpen as we speak.
He's not going to face another hitter. No shot. 3-1. See if Bayo can figure it out right here. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch, and it's lined into right field. That's a base hit. Albies sort of froze at second base. It is 6-4 Atlanta throw. Comes all the way home from Cedon. That will have to be it for Bayo. In this inning, 3 walks, 2 hits, 2 runs in. Bases still loaded. And I think either Cora is going to come out right now, or you'll see a stall tactic maybe from Connor Wong as Newcomb gets lathered up in a hurry in the bullpen.
Yeah, the wheels just kind of fell off this inning. Wasn't real sharp from the start of the game, and this has gotten progressively worse. Not really controlling any of his pitches right now. Everything's wide.
And they're going to give him the right-hander Nick Allen. Wow. Pitches way inside ball 1.
They can't afford this right now, I don't think.
Maybe Newcomb not ready. 1-0. Just dying for a ground ball.
There's not a ton of urgency in the bullpen right now either.
1-0 pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Sinker, and it's 1-1.
Allen's had good at-bats, too. I mean, he's walked and he's singled off Bayo, and really the single in the 4th inning is when everything changed for Bayo.
1-1. Braves at every base, 2 runs in. The pitch. Slider drilled high into right field. Abreu is back there in front of the track to make the play on the run, but plenty deep enough to score Albies. And from second over to third goes Harris. And now Alex Cora fiddling with his back pockets in the first base dugout. He's going to send Connor to the mound, and he will join him to remove Bayo from the game. That is as frustrating an outing as you'll see all year long. On a day the Sox got a grand slam from Devers to take the lead. After that, Bayo gave it right back. And here in the 5th inning, 3 walks, 3 in, 7-4 Atlanta. And Bayo's day is done after 4 1/3. This pitching change and slowdown in the action brought to you by Izervay. Now, Sean Newcomb is coming on. Try to keep it where it is. 7-4 Atlanta on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Sean Newcomb is on here. He's really been quite a long reliever for the Red Sox of late, and here he is trying to get out of a big-time jam in the top of the 5th inning. Alex Verdugo is slated to face Newcomb and then Austin Riley. And, of course, this is the franchise that made Newcomb a big leaguer. He's on facing them in a bind in the 5th.
I feel like Newcomb this season is going to rival the starting pitchers as far as innings pitched.
They're going to try to ride him at least out of this 5th inning. We'll see how it goes for Sean and the Red Sox. I think if he can keep it a 3-run game, Could be a shorter outing for him. We'll see. 7-4. Bayo in the dugout after 4 1/3 innings. 10 hits. Pitch to Verdugo is a little bit outside for ball one. Verdugo in this game is 2 for 3. 5 walks issued by Bayo. 10 hits. And as of now, 7 earned runs. And responsible for the men at first and third. 1-0. Pitch is a strike, but not called one. That should have been right there. It's 2-0.
Should be 0-2 right now. Both of those pitches are inside the strike zone. Got to be better than that.
So Newcomb got to feel like he's getting a little pinched out there on the mound. Double play depth behind Sean, the 2-0. That one is at last called a strike. Fastball, and it's 2-1.
And not to be forgotten what Newcomb did Monday in Detroit. 5 2/3, 98 pitches in relief was so huge to give the bullpen a chance the next few days.
2-1. Pitch outside, not close. A sinker. It is 3-1. Verdugo's always been pretty good against lefties, but you have to attack him right here. You get the right-hander Riley on deck. 3 runs in, the Braves lead 7-4. First and third. The 3-1 pitch is popped foul on the third base side, out of play, full count.
It's a shame because he did go 0-2. I mean, those really aren't close calls. Went out there, started pounding the strike zone, but now he's still in a bind, 3-1. He's got to go out and get back in the zone right here.
3-2. Big pitch coming for Newcomb. Here it is. And it is inside ball 4. The Red Sox issued their 4th walk of the inning. And once again, the bases are loaded for the dangerous Riley.
These are some shades of Friday's top of the 9th inning when the Red Sox issued 5 walks, 2 from Liam Hendricks, 3 from Brandon Bernardino, who had a nice bounce back yesterday, but it's just too many free passes.
So frustrating. And now Atlanta's trying to put this game away. 3-run lead as Riley takes a ball, a curveball inside, and it's 1-0. Bayo didn't get out of the 5th inning his last start, and he doesn't again today. 1-0. You need to get lucky right here. Pitch is ripped to third. Bregman dives. He gloves to second for 1. Over to first. 2. Double play. Remember that one. Bregman keeps the Red Sox in the game with a brilliant diving play. 5-4-3 and an exhale as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 7-4 Atlanta on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Most people would rather assemble a 300-piece cabinet than search for insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom 5, Cedon leads it off, and he grounds one on the first pitch to short. Allen's got it. Throws to first just in time by half a step. Say Don is retired. The code word of the game is 27 Carlton Fisk. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. 27 Carlton Fisk. Now 1 pitch, 1 out. Sox trying to claw back in this thing. This feels reminiscent of so many days the last couple of weeks where you get some jolts, some big swings, but some issues on the mound. Here's Duran, who takes a ball outside. Duran is singled and walked. It's like the game where Hamilton tied it, and then in extras, Campbell put him ahead with an opposite field home run, but lost that day. The 1-0 is drilled high into center field. Harris, back where the grass and track meet, is there in front of the 379. He's there to make the play, and very, very quickly, 2 down.
Yeah, you just can't give free bags to big league clubs. It's going to sink you every time. You got a 4 spot in 1 inning. Your goal is to go up there, put a 0. Wasn't able to get it done. But then the wheels fell off from there. Just walked the house. Allowed 3 more in the 5th.
Well, and you're wasting the swing from Devers early in the game and the momentum of his blast from last night.
Complete shift.
2 down. Here's Raffy. Looked like he was taking all the way, predetermined to cutter, and it's 0-1. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Raffy, not a truck driver himself, takes a splitter outside, and it's 1-1.
That'd be a sight.
He's more of like right around. Maybe he's got one on his farm with all the peacocks and goats down to the DR. The 1-1 is a little low.
I remember when he told me 200 chickens on his ranch, and I was like, well, what do they do?
He's definitely got a truck somewhere,
He
right?
does, yeah. 2-1. Pop foul down the left field line. Drifting now back into play. Verdugo comes in and makes the play. The wind brought that back into Fenway Park. And Devers and the Red Sox gone so fast. In the 5th, Newcomb back to the mound, 7-4 Atlanta. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6th inning at Fenway Park. Red Sox down 7-4, and Sean Newcomb's first pitch is a strike to Matt Olson with 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Braves in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Mini of Boston. 0-1. Olson swings and skies one to left. Duran goes back. He looks up at the wall, and that ball's off the top of the wall. Comes back down into Duran's mitt and just stayed out. Olson doubles. He stands at second, looks at the second base umpire in Quinn Walcott. That hit off the top of the wall, popped in the air, and plopped down into Jarren Duran's waiting mitt.
It'll be a crew chief review.
Definitely feel like they need to look at that.
They will. It's a matter of whether it goes over those colored lines. No, that's unbelievable. Right off the red line and back in play. Insane.
Off the ridge of that top ledge of the monster, 37 feet up.
I think they got it right. That's
I think
amazing.
They did too. And right off of, but not above, the colored lines up there.
That's impossible. I mean, you can't do that 1,000 times and have it bounce that way.
Well, you have done hundreds more games here than I have. Anything comparable like that where it
I've never
pops
seen
straight
it.
up?
No, it usually lands on that ledge right above, or, down just below the line and straight down the wall. That was crazy.
Well, they'll having a look at this to begin the top of the 6th inning. Sean Newcomb is squatted down looking up at the video board behind the mound. He glances out in right center field to watch a replay of that ball from Matt Olson to left center. Well, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The clear line, the important line in the Fenway Park ground rules, batted ball over the line on top of the left field wall.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed to hit the red line. The ball is in play.
That is a great call in the moment from this umpiring crew. They got it right, like you said.
It's got fighter pilot vision. I mean, honestly.
Where's Glenn Powell when you need him? Like, let's go. So it's only a double. It is a double, though, nonetheless, for Matt Olson for the Braves to begin this 6th inning with the Red Sox down 7-4. The leadoff man on for Atlanta. Brings up Marcell Ozuna, who has struck out, supplied a run-scoring single to center in the 3rd, and then he walked and scored in that 5th. First pitch, and Ozuna takes a breaking ball for a strike. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Red Sox. Pitch is a strike on the inside edge, 0-2 with a cutter to Ozuna. That's a pitch that Newcomb didn't get when he came on in the 5th. Gets it there, and he's ahead 0-2. Pitch is down in the dirt, 1-2.
So now he's just trying to get him to chase. He had a breaking ball down below the zone, low and away. Showing 2 pitches inside the zone, then that one. Now he has the ability to go up and climb the ladder, or he can go back down.
The pride of Middleborough, Mass. Sean Newcomb, big lefty, straightens up, 1-2. Ozuna takes strike 3 called. Breaking ball on the outside edge, a little bit up, but it's a strikeout nonetheless, and there's one away here in the 6th.
Little back door right there. That ball started off the plate, looked like it was going to land in the first base box, and then kind of quickly darted back into the strike zone.
Nicely done by Sean Newcomb. So that's his first strikeout. There's one away, and it brings up Drake Baldwin. First pitch is on the outside part of the plate, called a strike. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. And for every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher, the Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 0-1 is driven in the air to left. Duran races back into the gap and makes the catch in left center for out number 2. He fires back in as Olson retreats to the second base bag, and there's 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Newcomb's got a good rhythm right now. He's getting strike 1, got him to chase off the plate right there. He's not an overpowering pitcher, but he can use that movement. As long as he hits his spots, he should be good.
So he's got 2 outs. Olson still at second. Red Sox down 7-4, and Ozzy Albies takes the first pitch down, ball 1. Albies a run-scoring ground out, and then a fly out to center, and then he walked in that 5th inning after he ran it full off Brian Bayo and later scored. 1-0. Albies takes outside, 2-0. Albies a 3-time All-Star, and he's still only 28 years old. The bat dipped for him last year, and he's been off to a scuffling start to this year as well. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. 2-1.
It's a really good pitch down below the zone. Big sweeper.
Ozzy Albies earlier this year went through a career-long stretch of 28 hitless at-bats. Kind of hard to fathom for a guy as good as him. The native of Curacao. 2-1. Albies takes away. 3-1 from Newcomb.
Just shows how hard it is to hit a baseball at the big league level. Even Rafael Devers went through that. Albies went through it. Everybody goes through it if you play the game long enough.
He's had more success than most in his career. Red Sox down 3-1. Swung on a chopped foul. Third base side on the ground. 3-2. Ozzy Albies wears multiple gold chains around his neck, including one that dangles on his jersey. It says OA. His initials, obviously.
You think he was an Andrew Jones fan growing up?
I bet they all had to be. Cedar Rafaela, of course. Long known as an Andrew Jones fan, one of the best center fielders. 3-2 is cut on and missed, and Newcomb strikes out Albies and leaves Olsen at second in the sixth. Middle of the sixth at Fenway, Red Sox down 7-4 to the Braves on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
With just 6 days till Memorial Day weekend, now's the time to make sure you're stocked on charcoal, dogs, burgers. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick for an epic Memorial Day celebration. Because the unofficial start of summer deserves the unofficial official summer refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom of the sixth, Alex Bregman leads off and takes strike one with the Red Sox down 7-4 to Atlanta in this rubber game. And Bregman leading off with 3, 4, and 5 in the Herb Chambers batting order against Schwellenbach, whose 0-1 misses in. A ball and a strike from the Brave starter, who Lenny was only through 61 pitches through 5 innings.
Been very economical so far this game.
Is 1-1. Bregman takes down and away.
Talk about being efficient on the mound, pitching to contact. That's what Brian Bayo wanted to do going into this start.
Because of that, everyone is seated in the Braves' right field bullpen. And the bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. The pitch, Bregman takes high, 3-1. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Can the Red Sox get something going here, though? Third time through the order. 3-1. Bregman takes a strike. Fastball right down the middle of the plate, 3-2. Bregman popped a short and flew out to center.
He's been as good as you can get with 2 strikes this season so far.
3-2. Bregman lines one towards center. Harris bolts back into right center, and on the run, he reaches up to make a one-hand catch for the first down in the bottom of the sixth. Time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Orioles were down big early. They're still down 8-2 against the Nats in the bottom of the sixth in Baltimore. Here's Wilyer Abreu. Takes the first pitch ball up and away in that left-hand box, 1-0. Orioles, after firing Brandon Hyde, searching for answers. They are 14 below 500. The pitch is swung on and driven in the air to right. Eli White moves to his right in right center, calls off Harris and makes the catch. Couple fly ball outs for the Red Sox, and there's 2 away. Yankees will host the Mets in the Bronx on Sunday Night Baseball, coming up at 7 p.m. later this evening. Blue Jays are tied with the Tigers 2-2 in the 6th inning in Toronto. Tigers, who the Red Sox, of course, just saw with 30 wins already, 30-16. 2 outs, bases empty for Trevor Story. First pitch, and Story takes ball 1. Red Sox down 7-4.
Trevor, as of late, has been putting some pretty good swings on the ball. Let's see if one can find grass right here.
Fly out to center where he struck it well in the second, and then a ground out to short. 1-0. Story swings and fouls it back, and it's 1-1.
I like that swing right there. Seems like he's right on it.
Timing to you looks better?
Timing's a lot better. He's not missing the fastball as much. He's not expanding outside the strike zone as much either. That helps.
Schwellenbach works off the first base side of the rubber with a 1-1. Story swings and fouls it back 1-2.
You're going to have to let me know if there's a fly ball right at my nose, too.
Because you're staring at the monitor?
I'm looking at the monitor, trying to get pitch and location, so I could wear one here any minute.
You guys had a close call on the road, right?
Will's had to warn me like 5 times so far this season.
You're not alone as far as analysts go in looking at the monitor. It's why you guys are as good as you are and what you do. Red Sox are down 7-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, bases empty. 1-2 to Story. He swings and misses and strikes out on a good splitter, and the Red Sox are set down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th at Fenway. Red Sox down 7-4 to Atlanta on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Sometimes, when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at HealthSourceRI.com.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
Red Sox review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
7th inning on the way at Fenway with the Red Sox down 7-4 to the Braves and Sean Newcomb working against 7, 8, and 9. Michael Harris takes the first pitch inside ball 1 with the bottom of the order in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Pre-Owned Cars and Trucks. Newcomb came on in the 5th as 1-0. Outside 2-0 to Harris.
Yeah, once again, Newcomb, the Swiss Army knife. He's got the capability to go in and facing 3 batters or going 6 innings, whatever the day entails for him.
How big was that in Detroit? 2-0. That's outside. 3-0 to Harris. Yeah, 5 2/3, 98 pitches in relief for Sean Newcomb behind Tanner Houck.
I did that twice in my career, I remember.
3-0 is in for a strike.
Both with the Oakland A's. Once was here at Fenway Park. I went in the 3rd inning and finished the game, and I did it against the Seattle Mariners in the Coliseum.
3-1. Fouled away. Third base side, 3-2.
It's a thankless job.
How'd you feel afterward?
Sore. Yep, you know, because at that point I was kind of rotating in between starting and relieving, kind of Swiss Army knife deal, whatever the team needed.
3-2 pitch. Harris swings and pokes one foul, third base side.
But that's a 4-day off routine right there. You're basically acting like your starting pitcher with your throwing routine and lifting routine in between.
Yeah, when before for a guy like Newcomb, like it had been an inning or a couple of innings, and then all of a sudden it's almost 6. Base is empty, 3-2. Harris takes inside ball 4. So another walk by Red Sox pitching. It's a leadoff walk issued to Michael Harris, and the Braves have the first man on in the 7th, already up 7-4.
He's got to take a step off the back of the rubber, take a deep breath, get back into the zones, try to get strike 1. get them to put it on the ground right here.
It's the second walk from Sean Newcomb after Brian Bayo had issued 5 of them. Here's Eli White, first pitch, and White squares, pulls back, takes a called strike, 0-1. Eli White's been a revelation for the Braves. 30 years old, broke in with the Rangers 5 years ago, but the last 3+ weeks has been an everyday guy for Atlanta. 0-1. He swings and misses, 0-2.
That's a nice pitch right there. That's a back foot breaking ball. Started right down the middle. Broke about 4 or 5 baseball lengths down and off the plate in.
So it's 0-2 on White, who grips a two-tone bat with camo batting gloves. Bearded right-hand hitter waits on the 0-2. Here it is. Swinging a line drive foul, first base side. Braves still waiting on Ronald Acuna Jr., who is getting close. Question will be, how much can he play in the outfield over time?
We're almost on that 1-year anniversary of the injury.
0-2. White swings and lines one down the right field line that fades foul to the seats. Spencer Strider is still out as well for Atlanta, a team that this year started 0-7. But then with the win on Friday, got back above 500 for the first time this season. Red Sox down 7-4 in the 7th. 0-2. Swinging a line drive to first and caught by a diving Abraham Toro off the bag for out number 1.
Wow, that was an outstanding play by Toro. My goodness, left his feet. The reaction time, that ball was crushed.
He goes from holding the runner Harris at first to shuffling off the bag and then pouncing to his right with a dive and making an outstretched catch.
He hit the ground on the opposite side of the cutout. That's got to be at least 15 feet away from the bag.
Here's Nick Allen. He takes strike 1. Some nice defense over at first base for the Red Sox, who trail 7-4, 7th inning. 1 out, 1 on for Allen. 0-1. Allen takes down a ball and a strike. Nick Allen has walked, singled, and supplied a sac fly to right his last time. All of 5'8", 166 pounds. Sean Newcomb's 1-1. Allen takes down 2 balls and a strike. Nick Allen, self-described scrappy player, known for his defense.
Tell you what, the smaller statured players, there's a reason why they're in the big leagues. Yes, they're talented, but most of those guys will run through a wall.
He is so good with the glove. 2-1. That's outside to Allen. So 3-1 on the Braves' 9-hole hitter. 166 pounds. I mean, you could do a lot of reps bench pressing him.
It's a rep day.
Low weight, high reps. Man at first, 3-1. Allen swings, bounces it off of Newcomb's glove. Karams to second. Hamilton taps the bag, throws to first. Toro picks, and it's 2. Off Newcomb's mitt, and then David Hamilton from second turns it into 2 with some help from Abraham Toro. We hit the stretch at Fenway. Red Sox bats got to get going, down 7-4 on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Comienza el verano con los ahorros de Memorial Day en Lowe's. Obtén 5 bolsas de Mulch Scott's Naturescapes de 1.5 pies cúbicos por $10. Además, ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra $50 por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos de $396 o más. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 5/28. Oferta de Mulch excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
We all want the best of both. Dessert without calories, luxury without expense, and how about security without passwords? With Okta, it's possible. We secure identity for your business, so you can safely use any technology. You can build experiences that are richer and more secure, grow revenue without running up costs, and scale easily, no matter your tech stack. Enjoying the best of both? It's possible. It's Okta. Okta, the world's identity company.
Most people would rather assemble a 300-piece cabinet than search for insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. you receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable. Because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Abraham Toro takes ball one as we start the bottom of the seventh at Fenway with the Red Sox down 7-4 to the Braves. 6, 7, and 8 against Spencer Schwellenbach, whose 1-0 is outside. 2-0 in this Herb Chambers batting order for the Red Sox, trying to get something going. Toro is grounded out and has a fly out to center. 2-0, swinging a high fly ball into center. Michael Harris from center ranges toward right center, looks up, makes the catch. There's one away.
When you look at the at-bats that they put together in last night's game late, most of the hits were line drives down the line, just trying to poke the ball in there where they're not. The past couple innings, I've seen a lot of outs that are fly balls in the gap. Outfield has plenty of time to range and get underneath of those.
And 5 of the last 6 Red Sox hitters have flown out. Here's Connor Wong. Base is empty. First pitch is in for a strike. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. Kickstart your summer with Nissan. These offers are going fast at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com. Bouncing ball to third and over Riley and into short left. The shortstop Allen gloves on the grass and has no throw as Connor Wong bounces one over Austin Riley, and the Red Sox have a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the seventh.
It's perfect right there. Get the ball out of the air. I know it's the philosophy, hit the ball deep in the air, but when you're in a situation like this where you're down by 3, we need base runners.
And so a high chopper there gets Connor Wong aboard for David Hamilton, who's had some great line drive swings, to your point, a double and a single. Red Sox down 7-4. First pitch, Hamilton swings and pops one up. Behind the second base bag, shallow center. Harris races in, and the center fielder makes a one-hand catch, chest high, for out number 2. Hey, tonight's 7th inning is sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you gotta get Glassman. Call all 7s, 617-777-7777. Here's Seydano Rafaela, who has singled and grounded out to short. 2 outs, Wong at first. Schwellenbach's first is inside edge for a strike. Time for the results of our poll from the New England Chevy Dealers. Question of the day on Sox Booth on Twitter. Which Red Sox City Connect jersey do you like more? The green or the yellow? 0-1 is swung on and cued off the end of the bat, back to the mound. Schwellenbach collects, throws to first, and the inning is over. More on that when we come back for the 8th. The Red Sox retired in the 7th and trail 7-4 to the Braves on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. LiveGood Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. LiveGood Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Into the top of the 8th we go. And Alex Verdugo leads it off against Sean Newcomb. Sean's done his job, held the line with a little help from Alex Bregman behind him. Frustrating afternoon for the Sox. Day that had a big blast from Rafi as Verdugo takes fastball away for ball 1.
Yeah, a lot of help defensively for Newcomb. Hamilton last inning, Toro last inning.
1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. Actually, the defense has been really good in this game. The double play that Story turned was not an easy play. But all for naught when you walk the ballpark. 1-1. Pop foul on the third base side, 1-2.
Indefensible. Can't do anything about it.
Quite literally indefensible.
It's killed him today. 7 walks in one game. 5 in an inning. It's just handing a win to the opposing club.
Just 2 more cracks of the bat. Trying to keep it right here is Newcomb, and a pitch misses low, a slider. And it's 2-2.
By the way, when we got interrupted at the end of the last half inning, we were going through the results of the poll. 70% prefer the new Fenway greens.
I think I agree with that. I'd like to get my hands on some of that, to be honest.
Yeah, do you know anybody?
I really want the sweatshirt, most of all the hoodie. And then they got this secondary lid. The 3-2 is fouled at a play on the third base side by Verdugo. It is a white lid, dark green brim, letter B in a circle on the top.
I was staring at Christian Campbell today, and it looked so good.
I've got a sleeveless yellow tank top. I think it was a Kike Hernandez giveaway, number 5 or something from last year. I've got one of those. You think they make those in green? Because I want one of those.
Yeah, get it. Show the guns off, Lenny.
Speaking of that, I learned this morning from Lenny, he has some sport coats that he purchased and cut off the sleeves.
Is that a thing?
Just wait for a skit on New England Sports Network later in the year, coming to a channel near you.
3-2 is fouled off. I like it. Sun's out, guns out.
That's right.
Imagine if we had to say New England Sports Network every time we said Nesson.
This is New England Sports. Yeah.
It's a little verbose. It is.
Not so much. Leadoff man is Verdugo, 7-4 Atlanta. The pitch is into the gap in right center field. Nice balanced swing on a slider. Rafaela over to his left. He's there to hold Verdugo to a single. But more traffic for the Atlanta Braves. This is crazy. Verdugo is aboard now in this game for the 4th time. And how many times? It is now 4 innings in a row that the leadoff man has been aboard.
That was a good at-bat by Verdugo. Fouled off 3 pitches to get there.
This ball is crushed by Riley, and it's going to catch Green right off the Yankee placard on the American League scores. Duran beautifully plays the carom, spins and throws to second. But a wall ball shot, and the Braves have them at the corners.
Every Walmart wall ball means another donation to the Massachusetts Fallen Heroes supporting Gold Star families. You can learn more at massfallenheroes.org, brought to you by Walmart, proudly supporting veterans in our community.
You're such a pro. So that's 13 hits and 7 walks for the Braves.
I will say, you called Mike a pro right there. I kind of feel like George Harrison right now.
What's that?
Because I feel like I'm sitting in between Lennon and McCartney right now for the broadcast booth. Honestly, people,
we gotta make you our agent or something.
Lenny, I've always said I want to hold your hand as Matt Olson digs in. We hugged last night, but that's going out the window today. Olson fouls it off on the third base side.
Maybe. You never know. 2 more innings to play with, like you said.
Totally. But you need it right here. Newcomb needs to find a way to get Olson. It's 7-4 Atlanta. Shot into deep right center field toward the triangle. Gliding over is Sedan. He's there to make the play, but Plenty deep enough to score Verdugo from third. It's a sac fly. And it's 8-4 Atlanta. Olsen looks ready to take off.
No kidding. I mean, the swings have been great ever since when he saw Garrett Crochet the other day in, the second inning when he got a look at him. I mean, he's just been totally dialed in since that home run.
3 pieces of extremely loud contact for the Braves here. A run in. They're ahead by 4 as Newcomb throws a curveball in there for strike 1. If anything, you'd be Ringo, Lenny. Come on.
I'll take it.
You were the drummer after all.
Underrated drummer.
A 1. A hilarious figure still going is Ringo.
Peace and love. Right? That's his thing, right?
That multi-part Beatles documentary where he had all this behind-the-scenes footage was just incredible. Especially the scenes where Paul McCartney just off the cuff is writing songs that become all-time hits. 1-1 is low. I believe it's Let It Be. They have this shot of him just messing around on the piano. He didn't really read traditional sheet music, and he sits down and in 90 seconds writes Let It Be.
He did that with Let It Be. He also did it with Get Back. Just like a little riff on the guitar, and it just turned into something.
Get Back, Loretta. The 2-1 pitch is driven way back. Loretta, that is going to get on the Lansdowne. A 2-run homer for Marcell Ozuna. That might just put it to bed. It's 10-4 Atlanta.
I mean, that's on its way to Loretta's, right outside of Fenway. That was crushed by Marcell Ozuna. And that is a slow trot around the bases.
And he'll do that dance move at third. He always does. And when you hit him that far, you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of hard contact this inning off of Newcomb.
Well, and again, how often have we said it? As the Braves with 3 more runs in, lead by 6. All of this stuff, as always, traces back to the starting pitcher. You're putting too much pressure on the bullpen. Long relievers like Newcomb. This Braves offense gotten it going these few days at Fenway. So Ozuna just owns Fenway. Here's Drake Baldwin, left-hander. Is that a nice series he takes? Strike, cutter, and it's 0-1.
What would you do with the rotation, knowing that Buehler's coming back, knowing that Houck is trying to find it right now and Bayo's struggling?
It's a really important question to answer. The 0-1 pitch is a strike, a slider, because, I mean, given his overall place in the organization, I feel like Bayo will get some time as the 0-2 misses inside. But the Red Sox are in a somewhat enviable position as both Buehler and Richard Fitz come back. You got Hunter Dobbins in the mix. Obviously, Tanner's on the injured list with the elbow strain. The 1-2 is high in the air into right field. Long run back into his right for Abreu, and he's there right on the warning track to make the play. Finally, the second out in this top of the 8th. But I think, as Alex Cora has said so many times, this is really not the time for patience. It's the time for winning. So I wouldn't rule anything out, especially, as we say, with Dobbins pitching well, Buehler coming back. You got a spot that you need with Houck on the IL. 2 down. Here's Ozzie Albies. The pitch is ripped down the left field line. This is going to be extra bases. It bangs off the bottom of the CVS sign in the left field corner. Duran picks it up off the track, throws to second, but not in time as Albies loses his helmet. Stand-up double with 2 outs. I doubt they're considering this right now, Mike, but legitimately, considering that you're talking about now a couple of seasons in a row with Bayo, I don't think it's unreasonable to think about, if this keeps going for a couple more starts, time at AAA to find the changeup again.
That pitch means everything to him.
10-4 Braves. Harris fooled badly by a sinker. It's 0-1.
Yeah, today he just didn't feel comfortable with it in the strike zone, but also it didn't have that arm side movement that we're used to seeing from a good changeup. He was cutting it off. His fingers were getting on the side of the ball. I call it like a little bit of an alligator arm, right? Where you kind of pull this way instead of getting extension out in front and pronating.
What's the other one? Supinating?
Yeah, so if you take your hands and make a bowl of soup, that's supinating this way.
0-2 pitches swung on and missed. We'll get into soup and crackers and all kinds of things when we come back. It's 10-4 Atlanta. Sox need a jolt. Bottom 8 next in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
This one's for all my whole body Deo users. Here's a new fresh take on a classic from Dove.
All my ladies try this Deo real quick. Let your body how you see fit.
My neck, my back, my legs and pits, all that. My neck.
Dove Whole Body Deo. 72-hour odor control and skincare for your neck, your back, and everywhere else. Available in spray, sticks, and creams at your local retailer.
All my ladies roll your Deo like this.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It is 10-4 Braves. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Jarren Duran on the top of the order. It was set up for the Red Sox to mount a comeback, but now trailing by half a dozen as Duran takes a pitch from the lefty Dylan Lee on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. He's pitched well in 20 games, a 2.41 ERA.
There's a lot of sliders, and he has a good one for sure.
0-1 outside. We will see the Braves a little later in the summer. In fact, at the back end of the next road trip, we go to Milwaukee and then Atlanta. Condensed games with the Braves in this season. And just as they did with the Royals and Tigers, this is not an excuse. That's not why they're going to lose this series. But they're catching the Braves at a bad time. Really started to swing the bats. And, of course, by then you might have Acuna and Strider at the end of the next road trip. I saw Acuna in Gwinnett today hit a mammoth home run. He'll probably be here with them tomorrow. What a weapon that is to add. 1-2 to Duran, and a pitch in the dirt, slider, 2-2.
It's amazing. They started off 0-7, bounced back, playing a lot better now. Get to where they are.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. Kickstart your summer with Nissan. Offers going fast at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. There's a soft ground ball to first. Olsen is such a wizard with the glove. He flips underhand to Lee. And Duran is gone. You do wonder how many of these body blows this clubhouse can absorb. I mean, you feel like you get a spark last night from Devers. Another one with the slam today. And it's just been a season of one step forward and a step and a half back, and another one here today.
And it's the same story. You know, it's one thing. Today was the walks. So you cannot go out there and walk 7 batters in a game.
Devers batting, slam in the third, his hit today as he takes a fastball for strike 1.
And it overshadows the fact that, yes, Devers hit a grand slam. The defense today has been really, really good.
As we said last night, the momentum of that swing only as good as Bayo would be. The 0-1 is outside.
And that's why you talk about shutdown innings from a pitcher. Like, there's shutdown starts, too, and that's obviously harder to accomplish. It's a much bigger sample size. But after the win last night, you needed a really good one today from Bayo.
Well, and they didn't get either of those here today. 1-1. Neither a start nor a shutdown inning. 1-1 is strike 8. Lenny, again, we talked about clutch the other day. People who don't believe in momentum in baseball games and shutdown innings, I don't have a lot of time for that. And after Devers hits the grand slam, you need a 0, especially when there were 2 outs and the bases empty in the 4th. Here's a liner down the left field line. That's a base hit. Rafi's thinking about it. He's smelling second base. He's around first, into second as Verdugo digs it out. Why not another extra base hit for Rafi? And a 1-out double in the 8th.
Will, to your point, we're at the big leagues right now. Everybody with a uniform on the field right now is talented. Everybody's got pure stuff. The difference between the guys that are having shutdown innings, the guys that are burying hitters and 2-strike counts, is between the ears and located inside your chest. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You got to be able to dig deep and have a little bit of your chip on your shoulder and honestly foam at the mouth when you really need it.
Here's Bregman, who takes a pitch on the outside corner.
And with Bayo, I wonder how much of it is like the attack mindset and how much is just physically like struggling to throw strikes.
All right. And that's where we revisit your earlier question as Bregman takes another strike. It's 0-2. I do think it's a possibility that just born out of frustration more than anything, it's time for a reset. And maybe a message sent once the rotation's fully healthy. 0-2 to Bregman is a slider outside. And Rob Refsnyder is out into the on-deck circle to bat for Abreu here. With the lefty on the mound and no one warming, he would not have to face Abreu, Lee, but Brian Snitker does not have anyone else throwing. 1-2 to Bregman. Swinging a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Albies, the second baseman, out onto the grass in shallow right, is there to make the play. Bregman a rare 0 for 4. And with 2 down, here's Refsnyder. So the Red Sox, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors for Atlanta. Updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery, who celebrate the game we love, from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all of our 351 cities and towns. The Mass Lottery, welcome to the state of winning.
Rob Refsnyder, a card-carrying lefty assassin, up to the plate.
Yeah, when he goes through TSA, he's got to declare it. Pitch to Rob is a strike on the outside corner.
Nesson's cameras immediately cut to Chris Sale. I mean, that's cold. That's cold-blooded.
He clipped him. 0-1. Chris was awesome the other night. Said it felt like coming home. 0-1 is outside, a changeup.
That's one of my favorite verbs for when one guy gets the better of another. He clipped him. It's just so good. It sounds like old school, like mafioso speak.
That's where it comes from.
Got clipped.
It was particularly good when Merlone and DiNardo say it. The 1-1 is fouled back right over our heads and out of play. Don't worry about it. It fell off the back of the truck.
And Lenny's
1-2.
I know a guy.
Did he get you the suits that you shredded the sleeves of?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned for those.
I cannot wait.
Speaking of trucks, someone tweeted us a photo of Raffy photoshopped into a truck.
I'll have to look for that. 1-2 to Refsnyder. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the inning is over. We go to the 9th inning at Fenway. 10-4 Braves in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint or stain project, saving is at the top of your to-do list. Save now with buy one, get one half off select paints, stains, and primers from top brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot via Visa gift card rebate. Find more Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 5/15 through 5/28.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscock's Small Business Insurance.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with LiveGood's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. LiveGood makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of LiveGood's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
On we go to the top of the ninth inning. Braves 10, Red Sox 4. And as we sort of expected, Sean Newcomb is being asked to ride this one all the way across the finish line. Eli White, who's had an impressive series, takes a curveball down and in for ball one.
In the business, we call this he's wearing it right now.
Yeah, he has not gotten clipped all that often, but he is wearing this one. The 1-0 is a strike. That's why he's on the roster, Len. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the nature of the beast. This is his job. And oftentimes it does mean coming in with a big deficit. The 1-0 is ripped foul outside the third base line, and it is 1-1.
I was glad to do it for years.
You had two of them, you said, right?
I had two of them, yeah. One of them was here.
Check clears just the same.
Absolutely.
1-2. One of my favorite Lennyisms is that any day in the big leagues is better than your worst day. All right, that gets your best day in AAA.
That's right.
I got to get these things right. The 1-1 is ripped foul on the third base side. Now, I do appreciate the chompling you gave me. A little meat stick.
Let me know if you want another one. I got plenty. I buy these things in bulk.
It was pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Good spice to it.
Healthy, I'm told.
Allegedly.
Healthier option.
1-2 pitch is on the ground to the right side, off the diving glove of Hamilton, and into right field, a base hit. Eli White, good-looking player here at Fenway Park, and another leadoff hit for Atlanta.
Totally agree on Eli White. And all right, Lenny, we can check the memory a little bit here. So it's the 2008 season against the Red Sox, 6 innings of relief. Does that sound right? Came in the third. Pretty good line. 6 innings, 3 runs, a couple punch outs.
Is that considered a quality relief out?
It's a quality wear it. It's a quality wear it.
I had another one, too, in Oakland versus Seattle. That might have been 07.
It blows my mind how these ball players remember all of these details. Here's a ground ball on the right side. Hamilton dives. He's got this one. Comes to his feet. Throws high to first, but Toro's there to make the play. Nice job there by Hamilton. And there's one away.
Almost an identical play to the last base hit. He finally got a glove on that one. I tell you what, the defense has been spectacular today.
I think Toro's looked really good at first, too.
He has. In the one at Fenway, at least, your DH for the A's was Frank Thomas.
Wow.
Oh, I played with Frank. I played with Piazza there.
A big hurt.
Yeah.
One on at second with one down for Verdugo, who bats for the 6th time in this game. And it is 1-0 after a sinker missed from Newcomb.
Yeah, an 07 6 1/3 shutout, as they say, of relief work for you.
1-0
versus Seattle.
Verdugo takes a ball.
Indeed.
All right.
10-4 Atlanta. Packed house here on a Sunday. They've not, after the homer, the slam from Devers, had a ton to cheer about. 2-0 is low. So the Red Sox had a chance to get back to 500 today, looking like they'll dip 2 games back below with the New York Mets coming to town. Mets will be on short rest. They got the Yankees tonight in the Bronx. Hunter Dobbins against Kodai Senga, who's been phenomenal for the Mets tomorrow night. Likely Buehler on Tuesday against Clay Holmes, who's had a brilliant transition into the rotation as Verdugo takes a ball. It's 3-1. The Mets, really, their starting rotation is one of the stories of the young baseball season. Is it sustainable? 3-1 is a strike to Verdugo, 3-2.
And they had such questions with the injuries to Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas. Like, those were big question marks coming into the season. And what would Holmes be like as a starter?
3-2 is a foul ball. Verdugo tried to check, could not.
Speaking of the Mets, prior to the game, I looked over to my right, and Tom Glavine's over there doing the game for the Braves, and I held up my phone. I typed this out to the glass, and I says, "Hey, Tom, when you were in New York, you hit a double off me and then signed a baseball for me the next day." He gave me the little okay sign. Like, awesome, man. Yeah.
Cool, Lenny. 3-2, strike three called. Breaking ball in there. And they're two away.
That was his last year in New York, pitching for the Mets.
You know, I do think it's so cool when players behave that way, you know, make memories for all these kids. There's so many on the Red Sox who do that. Last year, the final day of the season, the dude right now next to me who's learning how to use an Apple Pencil on my iPad was in the dugout as Austin Riley takes a curveball in there for strike one. We're down there. The season has come to a close, 81 and 81. Kids are running the bases. Just one of those moments where you just kind of reflect on the marathon that's just gone by. Here's 0-1 to Riley, and a chopper down the third base line, going to be a hit if it's fair, and it hooks outside the line. And it's 0-2. Here comes Lucas Giolito. And, of course, Lucas did not pitch at all, but so friendly, charismatic. And he was talking to my son, Bailey, and he has a Pokemon tattoo on his arm, so Bailey loved that. And whatever he just said, there's some character that Bailey still remembers.
Charizard?
It's Cubone, I guess. Whatever that is. Anyway, Giolito, an avid gamer, was so kind to Bailey. 0-2, the pitch is a soft ground ball back to the mound. Newcomb glove spins, throws to first, inning over. He asked him, "Where do you get all these hats? Do you have to pay for them?" And Lucas said, "No, they give us the hats." And he took it off of his head, put it on Bailey's head, and said, "You keep that one."
Incredible.
So that's Lucas in a bottle. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 10-4. Braves lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Red Sox review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
To the bottom of the ninth inning, Braves leading the Red Sox 10-4. It's been all Atlanta after a Rafi Devers grand slam brought Fenway to life in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Trevor's story for the Red Sox to lead it off against the man who's got just about the worst possible last name for a bullpen arm. Blewett throws a pitch that misses outside, and that's ball one.
I know two athletes with the last name Blewett. One of them is a relief pitcher. The other one was a kicker in college.
Of course.
Of course.
Right? 1-0 to Story, fouled on the first base side. My boys are headed home trying to beat the traffic, and the eldest just said, "When you get home, tell me if Blewett blew it."
So Bailey's going to be a world-class announcer as well.
He loves it, man. He normally sits with the headset on and listens to every word. 1-1, scarred forever because of it. A fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-2.
It's in the blood.
Sifting thistles.
Ow, now, brown cow.
We did a great bit of Ron Burgundy about 5 days ago. 1-2.
Unique New York.
The Human Torch was denied a bankroll.
1-2 to Trevor Story. Swinging a miss. He got him with a fastball, blew it. And this Braves bullpen's been pretty consistent. In fact, Iglesias, their closer, the only guy who's scuffled a little bit. It's a full house at Fenway. They will head home most likely unhappy. The attendance brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or a crispy chicken sandwich spiced just right here in the ballpark. That Chompling beef stick that we got was spiced just right. Here's Abraham Toro. Foul ball on the first base side. Strike one. You just gave my boys some for the ride. They appreciate that. I mean, they've had pancakes, cinnamon rolls, ice cream, cotton candy, hot dogs, and now a beef stick.
I know that trip to Rhode Island well. It's all about the snacks. Keep them fed.
I think they'll crash on the way home personally. 0-1 is a ground ball off the glove of Blewett over to second. Albies has it. He's got no play. It'll be an infield hit for Abraham Toro. I think that's a classic case of reflex taking over and a play that would have been made behind the pitcher.
I remember taking PFP in spring training. Terry Francona had these soft balls, and he would hit these things as hard as he possibly could at us because, they're not going to do too much damage. But he would start the motion of the bat before our foot would hit the ground. So basically, we're just relying on instincts, self-preservation, trying to keep our teeth.
Here's Connor Wong. He swings and misses at a slider. That's strike one. Soft balls from Tito. Speaking of all these drills before games, I have not yet mentioned what went on before the game today with Christian Campbell. 0-1 to Connor Wong. The pitch is inside. Jose David Flores, the new first base coach and infield master, was down there with Campbell, and they had the machine that shoots balls out at like 70 miles an hour, skipping at different rates. Campbell working on the footwork around the first base bag. The 1-1 is lined into right field, sinking, coming on in time to make the play. And so the Red Sox are now down to their final out. That catch by White in right.
I don't know if you've ever seen Flores hit with a fungo, but it is pinpoint.
He's awesome.
He can put the ball anywhere he wants it on this field with the fungo bat.
But Campbell's hands were great on the bag. I know that there's going to be some learning and some bumps in the road, but it was spectacular to watch.
It was so good. I stopped and took video because the picks were really good from him.
He is kind of a gifted, freakish athlete. Down to their last out, here's Hamilton, who checks his swing on a breaking ball in the dirt. He did not go around. You sort of wonder what might have happened had Hamilton, back in that fourth inning, not tried to take off for third. Got thrown out there by the second baseman, actually the shortstop in that spot. Here is Hamilton, who takes a fastball inside 2-0. Little things and big have doomed the Red Sox. Trailing 10-4 with 2 down in this bottom of the ninth inning. Staring at another series loss after being swept in Detroit. They took 2 of 3 from Kansas City, riding a big-time wave. 2-0 is high, and it's 3-0. But as Lenny, you've said, you just can't overcome 7 walks.
Yeah, and there's been so many times this season where they've gone on a certain run where you feel like the momentum's in their favor. And again, you talk about the little things, whether it's the walks or the strikeouts with runners in scoring position or not being able to move people over in certain times of the game, and they just start to sink from there.
3 balls and a strike to David Hamilton. 10-4, 2 down in the ninth. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
And now you got the Mets coming, and they have the best pitching staff in baseball, and they got Lindor, Alonso, and Soto all swinging it great.
Alonso might well be the MVP in the National League right now. 3-2. Liner on a shot to third. It is caught there by Riley, and the ball game is over. Red Sox fall here 10-4. The walks doom the Red Sox. Bayo, another frustrating start, and Atlanta comes in, and they take 2 of 3. The Devers Grand Slam, not enough here today. 10-4 Braves. Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Sometimes when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan. or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at HealthSourceRI.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
When your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3, you're gonna go to Cane's and you're gonna order hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers. 3, 2, 1. Raising Cane's. One love.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
10-4 Braves come in on a Sunday and win today and take 2 of 3 from the Red Sox. So Boston is in a rough spot right now after the inspired series win from the Kansas City Royals. The Sox have now, lost 12 of their last 18 games, and they fall back 2 games below 500, 23 and 25, 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors, 10 left for the Braves, 4-8-0 and 4 for the Red Sox. Schwellenbach the winner, Bayo the loser. And Brian just did not have it. 4 1/3, 10 hits, 7 earned runs with 5 walks. And 3 strikeouts. And really, fellas, that's the story of the game as we kick off the Nissan postgame show here from Fenway Park. Lenny, I think it's probably going to be a little while longer. The Red Sox will exercise more patience with Bayo, but I firmly believe that it is starting to be on the table that a reset is needed with Bayo.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, today he just wasn't consistent inside the strike zone, kept falling behind, walking hitters consistently, and when he was missing over the plate, the Braves put damage on the baseball. They took advantage completely, and again, for a 3rd time in a row, couldn't get through the 5th inning. I'm not sure how much longer the Red Sox can put up with that. You've got to have these starters go 6 or 7 innings.
Because not only in the short term, Mike, but over the marathon that is a baseball season, it's going to kill you. It adds up. You cannot lean on the bullpen as often as the Red Sox have. That it will backfire if they can't get more from their starters.
Yeah, and we've seen the bullpen taxed this week, and it's going to be tough. You know, it's interesting what happens with Bayo. Yeah, it's 3 straight starts where he doesn't get through 5. Today, you could just tell he was fighting the command. Like, the changeup's not the same pitch like we talked about, and then the fastball command just doesn't look like it's there. Even if he's trying to do what Alex Cora talks about, be aggressive in the strike zone, he was early and he gave up some softer contact, and okay, you can live with that. Like, Lenny, that's what you said. But then it seemed like there would be times where he's trying to do it, and maybe he's not trying to nibble, and he's just missing the zone. So I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know that they do either, frankly. And I've not asked anybody. I've not had this conversation. But we felt this way with Tanner before he went on the injured list. It seemed like, in a different way, a reset could have been helpful. They gave him the extension. He's a big part of their future, but this is now a long stretch, Lenny, where it's a combination of not making pitches, which that happens, right? I think the one thing, I guess 2. There are 2 things that I think they've got to be fixated on right now. And one of them is rediscovering that changeup. He's got to find out what it is that was different then from now to get that pitch back. And then I think that other part, this thing we're sort of dancing around, is that mindset on the mound. And in some ways, that's where some kind of dramatic move and statement might just sort of, jar the head a little bit and see if you can get it turned around.
Yeah, for the physical part, it's all about making one-pitch adjustments, right? Again, we talk about this all the time, that everybody in a baseball uniform right now has stuff. Everybody has the capability of going out there and dealing day in and day out. But if you don't make one-pitch adjustments, like, for instance, with his cutter today, he was consistently cutting itself off. It looked like a little cutter. It wasn't a good pitch. You have to be able to take a step off the back of the rubber and say, okay, this is what I just did. This is what I need to do to correct that mistake and get back to it within 1 or 2 pitches. If it takes longer than that and you're starting to walk guys and then you start leaving pitches over the middle and then boom, double run scored, it's too late at that point. And as far as the mental, your body does where the mind tells it to do, right? And if you're telling your body to have tons of intent inside the strike zone because that's all you're thinking about. Your tunnel vision, you're thinking about aiming small, missing small, not looking at the catcher, not looking at the mitt. You're picking out something the size of a lace on the catcher's glove, and you're not trying to go to it, you're trying to go through it. It's like a boxer going through a guy's chin, right? You're not trying to go to the chin, you're trying to go through the chin. That's the mentality. And having that little bit of an edge, little bit of just, I said it during the game, you have to be foaming at the mouth, not literally, but you have to enter the lines ticked off every time you throw a pitch. If you're not, then you're wasting an opportunity to go out there and succeed.
I just felt like I was at the DiNardo Pitching Academy in January down in southern Rhode Island. That was awesome.
I'm not going to punch anyone, but I'm fired up.
Listen, I was not a 95, 96 mile an hour guy, but I had to go out there and manifest some sort of urgency, some sort of intent, and just get mad on the mound every time I went out there. And if I didn't, listen, my stuff was not that good. I could not compete.
And these things, Lenny, they are correlated, right? Because, like, you think about the 0-2 changeup that he hangs, it gets smashed off the wall, brings in a run in a key spot where the Red Sox still right there. That has seemed to, for really a couple years now, one thing goes wrong, one mistake is made, and it totally steamrolls. And I think the other thing that Alex Cora, Andrew Bailey continue to work on with Bayo, and they will address, is the body language. And as it got going in that inning in which he walked 4, he was yelling at the home plate umpire. He was missing with pitches. He was frustrated. That kind of stuff does him no favors at all.
You're right. And it goes back, again, to the mind tells the body what to do. And if you have a short memory, as soon as you realize that's a ball, whether it was or not, you have to kick it in gear. Okay, yeah, you're mad for a second if the umpire screwed up a call, but you have to kick in gear because nothing's going to change that. And you have to think about that next pitch. You have to think about putting the ball on the ground, let the defense take care of it. We don't have time at the big league level to have a little bit of a pity party for ourselves at any point. The game speeds up. And again, you're not doing yourself any favors by doing that by any means.
The good news is the Red Sox do have Buehler coming back on Tuesday. This guy, Hunter Dobbins, has been fantastic. Richard Fitz is a depth option as well, so we will see what happens there. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. Kickstart your summer with Nissan. These offers are going fast at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. You guys are free to go if you'd like. I got to, do some business here, pay some bills, but if you'd like, giddy up. Lenny's got some lifting to do, don't you?
Monday, tomorrow. I'm back at
back and chest day?
No, all upper tomorrow. All upper, yeah. That's
Is
the
that
routine
every day?
Now. No, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah.
Days that end in Y. Lenny's lifting. But, guys, that was fun. If not the final result, good times on the air.
Yeah, it's sandwiched between you guys right now, calling these games, listening to you guys work has been an absolute pleasure. 2 pros, for sure.
Lenny, you're first class, man. It was great to be on the road with you and to work with you today.
Thank you.
The Lennox and I will not hug, but, next time we work together, we will, Lenny.
Save it for a win.
That's it. All right, that's Mike and Lenny. The Red Sox fall today 10-4 to the Atlanta Braves. Back at it tomorrow. We'll continue with the Nissan Postgame Show right after this in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022318.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Yo, this is Flavor Flav, and I am coming at you with one of my flavor faves, Raisin Cane's. So when you're looking for flavor fast, order in a flash, online or on their app. Raisin Cane's. One love.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with LiveGood's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. LiveGood makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of LiveGood's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule an info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Samsung. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances, $396 or more. Like the Samsung Bespoke AI Laundry Combo, the largest capacity, fastest, all-in-one laundry combo available that washes and dries in one machine. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Red Sox disappointment here on a Sunday afternoon. They fall 10-4 to the Atlanta Braves. The Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Today, Red Sox pitchers Bayo and Newcomb struck out 7. That means another $350 donated to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund. And here for good. Meantime, every double the Sox hit, they got one from David Hamilton today. $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. Kids are running the bases here at Fenway Park. Sox got a big fly in a big way from Rafi Devers, a slam here that put them ahead. And for every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this year, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877 Cars for Kids, or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K. Yankees and the Mets will play a little bit later tonight. So the Red Sox hoping that the Mets, who will be here tomorrow, can do them a favor by taking down the Yankees tonight. Otherwise, Boston will begin play tomorrow, 5 games out in the American League East. The Nats beat the Orioles 10-4 in the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Marlins beat the Rays 5-1. And the Toronto Blue Jays trail at home over the Tigers 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. McFarland Energy play of the game was the Devers slam, but all for naught for the Red Sox. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. Thanks to Zach Coe, back at the flagship WEEI. Doug Lane here inside the booth at Fenway Park. For Mike Monaco and Lenny DiNardo, Will Fleming saying so long. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to the Red Sox pregame show, brought to you by Mass Mutual, beginning at 6:10 p.m. Actually, I beg your pardon. It's back to a 6:45 start on a weeknight. So 5:45 pregame show tomorrow. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We'll talk to you then right here on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You have been listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. You have been listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
And it's gone!
By Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back! Grand Slam!
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen!
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
This ball is crushed and it is gone!
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Grand slam home run!
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth. And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
At the wall, gone!
This Odyssey sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. This Odyssey sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, including Samsung. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances $396 or more, like the Samsung Bespoke French Door Refrigerator featuring beverage center and dual ice maker. Shop at Lowe's today. We help, you save. Valid 5/15 through 6/18. Selection varies by location. Total savings varies based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at Hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all LiveGood products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
Online at ortholaserne.com.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall, with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
There are parts, and then there are B-Pro Auto Parts. Parts built for every vehicle. Parts built to fit and function. Parts that are refining how we drive and redefining the category. Because every vehicle is a sum of its parts. So do yourself a favor and put B-Pro Auto Parts on the vehicles you service. Parts now, parts into the future. Welcome to the new aftermarket.
See exclusions and details at T-Mobile.com/switch.
This is Red Sox Review, and it starts right now. Here's your host, John Lyons.
Welcome into Red Sox Review. I'm your host, John Lyons. We have Zach Coe producing. Red Sox lose 10-4 to the Atlanta Braves, fall to 23-25, continue their inconsistent play and disappointing season. I mentioned it was 10-4. This game was a 4-3 Red Sox lead in the third inning after Rafael Devers hit a grand slam, and the wheels really fell off after this. Biggest story of the game to me, Red Sox pitching. Brian Bayo, 4 1/3. This is the third consecutive start, too, that he has not gotten out of the fifth inning. So 4 1/3, 10 hits, 7 earned runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. Sean Newcomb came in for the rest of the game. He had 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts for him. So you put that all together, Red Sox 2 pitchers combined allow 16 hits, 10 runs, and 7 walks. By the way, those 16 hits for the Braves is a season high for Atlanta. So the Braves basically from start to finish tore the cover off the ball today. You go back all the way to the first inning, and it's a Verdugo single, a Riley infield single, an Olsen walk. Next thing you know, bases are loaded with no outs. By the way, that happened multiple times today, bases loaded with no outs. Baldwin has the RBI single. Albies had the fielder's choice RBI. So the Red Sox leave the first inning already down 2-0. Bayo gets through the second inning, but he was already at 35 pitches through 2 innings. And then you go to the third. Olsen has a leadoff double. Ozuna has an RBI single, which makes it 3-0 Atlanta. And then right after, Trevor Story actually had a really nice double play where a ball looked like it was going up the middle. He got it, stepped on second, threw to first. Then there's a fly out. And I bring that up because you have that double play. Then you finish off the inning. It's 3-0 Atlanta. The Red Sox come back in the bottom of that inning. They get a leadoff double from David Hamilton. Ceddanne Rafaela singles to left field. Hamilton goes to third. Jarren Duran draws a walk, so there's bases loaded, no outs. And then for the first time since 2023, a Red Sox hitter hit a grand slam. Rafael Devers, grand slam, straightaway center field, 442 feet. This was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that was up in the zone. He saw it, and he absolutely crushed it. So Rafael Devers, again, first grand slam for a Red Sox hitter since 2023. And Devers, by the way, came into this game today hitting .397 with 20 RBIs in his last 20 games. So don't forget that terrible start he had to the year. Was it like 1,000 strikeouts in his first weekend? I'm being facetious. But he had that terrible start to the year where he was striking out constantly. And now, really, he has turned things around at the plate. And I know he had the first base controversy. I understand he had the DH controversy before the season as well. I get it. And he had the meeting with John Henry on the last road trip. I get it. But at the plate, over the last 20 games, again, he came into today in his previous 20 games hitting .397 with 20 RBIs. And then today he goes 2 for 4, has the grand slam, has 4 RBIs, obviously, with the grand slam itself. He's now got his average up for the season to .289. Slugging .517, his on-base percentage still over .400. So Rafael Devers, I will say, has turned things around monumentally since that terrible start to the season. So the Red Sox take a 4-3 lead there in the bottom of the third. And you're really hoping, and Lou Merlone talked about this on the TV broadcast as well, you're really hoping in that spot, hey, can you get a quick inning here from Brian Bayo, right? Because he had a tough first couple innings, then in the third inning gives up another run. So, his first 3 innings of the game, he really had not pitched well. And you're hoping, hey, you get this grand slam, you get this lift, and on the top of the fourth inning, you're starting out against their number 9 man. So what happens? Brian Bayo walks the number 9 hitter. Then Alex Verdugo has a single. Austin Riley has an RBI single on an 0-2 count, by the way. So Austin got Austin Riley to 0-2. It's a good hitter. Got him to 0-2, and he hits an RBI single. It's 4-4. Bayo gets out of the fourth inning, but still, that was a big letdown to me. And I know at that point it was still a tie game, but that felt like a big letdown because the Red Sox had expended so much energy coming back to take the lead in this game, much like last night, where last night, arguably their best win of the year, right? They're down 6-2, expend a bunch of energy. They come back. Devers has his first career walk-off home run. They win 7-6. They expend a bunch of energy to come back and take a 4-3 lead today, and you're really hoping for a quick top of the fourth inning. And as I said, Bayo walks the number 9 hitter, Verdugo single, Austin Riley RBI single on an 0-2 count. Next thing you know, it's 4-4. That was a big letdown for me. Red Sox did nothing in the bottom of the fourth. So then you go to the top of the fifth. Braves get first and second with nobody out. And I even, as I was writing my notes here, the biggest thing, Bayo is getting hit hard. He was getting hit hard throughout his entire outing in this game, and this proved to be his undoing this top of the fifth inning. So Bayo has, after first and second, no one out, Bayo walks the next man. You have bases loaded with no outs again. So that's same thing as the first inning. So twice, Bayo had the bases loaded with nobody out. Then he walks Michael Harris to walk in a run. It's 5-4 Atlanta. They never look back after that. White had an RBI single at 6-4 Atlanta. Nick Allen had a sac fly RBI, 7-4 Atlanta. Then Bayo is pulled. As I mentioned, third straight start. He is pulled before the end of the fifth inning. I'm going to talk about Brian Bayo in depth a little bit later because some real concerning stuff from him this year in this rotation, really as a whole. A lot of inconsistencies here. And one note, too, in that inning, you got a great diving play by Alex Bregman at third base to get a double play to get out of it. It's still 7-4. You're still kind of in range, but then bottom of the fifth, Red Sox do nothing. Top of the sixth with Sean Newcomb in. Matt Olson hit a leadoff double. Newcomb gets out of it. Top 7, Michael Harris, leadoff walk. You notice the theme here. Braves are having a lot of leadoff guys get on in this game, right? So then top 8, it's still a 7-4 game in the top of the 8th. Red Sox are in range. Verdugo, stop me if you heard this before, leadoff man gets on. It's a Verdugo leadoff single. Then Austin Riley has a single, which puts Verdugo over to third. Then Matt Olson with a sac fly, 8-4 Atlanta. And then Marcelo Zuna with one of the most towering home runs of the season thus far. 2-run home run over the Green Monster. That makes 10-4 Atlanta. Devers did have a double in the bottom of the 8th. Sox stranded him. But, 10-4 Atlanta, after that Marcelo Zuna home run. And this was just a game where the Red Sox couldn't respond to anything. Their pitching was just brutal in this one. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, you look at this Braves lineup. It's a good lineup. I'm not disputing that. But 16 hits today by the Braves, 7 walks. Every single person in the Braves lineup today reached base multiple times. Every single guy. Verdugo had 3 hits and a walk. That's Alex Verdugo, the guy you didn't want here anymore. And I didn't want him either, but I'm just saying. Verdugo, 3 hits and a walk. Austin Riley, 3 hits. Matt Olson, 2 hits and a walk. Marcelo Zuna, I just mentioned the home run. He had that towering 2-run homer over the Green Monster. 2 hits and a walk, right? Baldwin, 2 hits. Ozzie Albies, only 1 hit, but he had a walk. And then Michael Harris, the only player in the Braves lineup not to get a hit today, had 2 walks. White had 2 hits, and then Nick Allen had a hit and a walk. So every player in the Braves lineup reached base at least twice. And Verdugo
not
reached
great.
base 4. Yeah, not great. Alex Verdugo reached base 4 times. As I mentioned, just again, it felt like Bayo was all over the place. I mean, he was throwing changeups at 90 miles an hour. His control was all over the place in this game. And then on the other side of it, Spencer Schwellenbach, 7 innings pitch, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. He was, I thought, electric in this game. And it was a very kind of, like I say electric, it wasn't a super emotional outing from him by any means, but it was like every spot he needed to hit, Schwellenbach hit the spot. Right? Every single time he needed to make a big pitch, he made a big pitch. Whenever the Red Sox looked like, hey, maybe they need to respond here, maybe they need a big inning, he would shut them down. And then, of course, Lee and Blewett both came in for the final 2 innings for the Braves. Red Sox didn't really get much going there. They did have that Devers double in the bottom of the 8th, already down 10-4 at that point. Again, so the Braves got good pitching, and the Red Sox were, I mean, Bayo in this one, 92 pitches, only 52 for strikes. Like, it's just, whereas Newcomb, 79 pitches, 53 strikes. So, again, this is something where the Red Sox have gotten great pitching all year from Garrett Crochet. They haven't always taken advantage of it. I think they're 4-4 in his last 8 starts, despite him having an ERA under 2.5 in those 8 starts. But they've gotten good pitching all year from Garrett Crochet. Beyond that, though, I mean, Hunter Dobbins has given them some good outings. I'll give him that. Tanner Houck was wildly inconsistent, now on the IL. Bayo's been wildly inconsistent. Buehler looked pretty good, but he's on the IL. So this starting pitching staff that I think a lot of people had high hopes for, Red Sox are being consistently let down by this starting pitching staff. And now they're at a point where, once again, right, we're 48 games in, more than midway through the month of May, on May 18th, and they're under 500. And if the Yankees win tonight, they'll be 5 games out of first place in the AL East. And that's an AL East, by the way, not that good. Like, let's be honest. Max Fried has been terrific for New York. They went to the World Series last year, I know. But think about it. They're only 4.5 games up on the Red Sox, and the Red Sox only have 23 wins. Toronto has been wildly inconsistent this year. Baltimore just fired their manager, and it hasn't done them any good. Right? Fired their manager, and they're getting smoked today. So this is an AL East that really has not been that good, and the Red Sox still find themselves underwater at 23 and 25. I see some of you lining up on the phone lines here. I am going to get to your phones coming up in our next segment. We also are going to hear from Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Again, this was just one of those days where it felt like the Braves, and by the way, Braves only 24 and 23, but it felt like if you just watched that game and didn't know what the records were, you would think the Braves are head and shoulders above the Red Sox and a much, much better team. And it started right away. Again, that first inning, Braves get 2 runs. They get another run in the 3rd. Devers responds. You get a grand slam in the bottom of that 3rd. You think, okay, here we go. Here we are. And then, again, I go back to that 4th inning. Real letdown for me. That was a spot where you have the number 9 hitter leading off the inning. You're hoping, hey, let's just have a quick inning here, get Brian Bayo back on track after a tough first few innings. And instead, you walk the number 9 hitter. Verdugo hits a single. Austin Riley has an RBI single on an 0-2 count. Then it's 4-4. And the Braves really, that's when they took off, right? The 4th inning, they get 1 run. Next inning, they get 3 more runs. So they're up 7-4. They tack on 3 more runs in the 8th inning as well. End up winning 10-4. So just another frustrating day at the ballpark, at Fenway Park. And by the way, another game at Fenway Park where the Red Sox have struggled. Had a losing record at Fenway Park last year. This loss, by my count, drops them to 12-11 on the year at Fenway Park. So technically not a losing record, but not the team that I think a lot of people thought was going to win 90 games, at least not so far. We're going to take a quick break. We got to hear from Red Sox manager Alex Cora. I see some of you lined up on the phone line, 617-779-7937, text line as well. Hang on the lines there. I'm going to get to you right after this break.
Jones and Keefe.
Going into the playoffs, I said they can beat the Magic without 2 guys. They can beat the Knicks without 1 guy. They need everybody for the Cavs. They need everybody for the Thunder. Yeah, now, the equation has changed. Yeah. But can you lose 2 guys and be down 3-1 and beat the Knicks? That I was not prepared for.
Okay, are you picking the Celtics to win the series?
No.
Okay, if they win Game 6 in New York, then you'll change?
Yeah. No, winner Game 6 wins the series.
Did you miss something? Listen to the podcast on the Odyssey app or at WEEI.com. Jones and Keefe, middays 10 to 2 on New England Sports Original, WEEI.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app. America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you can expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, new customers can use code BONUS50 at sign-up to receive a bonus bet voucher equal to 50% of their initial deposit, up to $50. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Unparalleled performance, innovative technology, premium aesthetics. TimberTech Decking at Riverhead Building Supply brings you all that and more. TimberTech endures year after year without fading, staining, or rotting. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscock.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with LiveGood's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. LiveGood makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of LiveGood's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions, now featuring bigger and faster growing jackpots. Plus, you'll have better odds of winning. Every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes up to 10 times. That means bigger prizes overall, with non-jackpot prizes ranging from $10 to $10 million. More Mega, more millions. Tickets cost $5 and the drawings are still Tuesdays and Fridays. Please play responsibly.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Blackthought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Red Sox Review on WEEI.
Back here on WEEI, Red Sox Review. I'm your host, John Lyons. In just a few minutes, we're going to hear from Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Again, Red Sox lose today 10-4. The Atlanta Braves take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Red Sox now 3-4 in series at home this year. They have an overall record at Fenway of 12-11. Again, this is after a below 500 record at Fenway last year. Kind of a weird fact of the last couple of years. They've not played well at Fenway Park.